Lucky us. Lucky us! Imagine how boring it must be being producer Drew. That dude cheers for the Colorado Avalanche. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got rid of the Nashville Predators. They're gone. You got any friends who cheer for the Blues? Boring. Got any friends who cheer for the Panthers? Boring. This is it. This is where it's at. Game 7. Winner take all. Loser goes home. It's what we watch for. When you were in the driveway, shooting on the net, being the announcer and the player at the same time. Were you like, and they win game 5. No. Maybe you were. Maybe you're weird. I can relate. Well, we are here tonight for Watch a Leafs Game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. For Game 7 between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Loser goes home. Winner is one step closer to drinking out of the Stanley Cup. And the next best thing to drinking out of the Stanley Cup is the limited edition. See how good we've become at that? Limited edition Stanley Cup batch by Molson Canadian. It is a batch of Molson Canadian that was actually kissed by the Stanley Cup itself gently on the lips. And it could go to your lips if you go to an LCBO or where they sell Molson Canadian and say, hey, you got any of that limited edition Stanley Cup batch? And hopefully they do, because it's limited edition, limited time only. You want to get fired up? I said, do you want to get fired up? You want to get fired up to the ceiling? Fired up into the clouds? Up into the stratosphere? Leafs Nation here to fire you up all the way into space. Astronaut and noted Leafs fan, Commander Chris Hadfield. Take it away.
Hey, Steve, Chris Hadfield here. It all comes down to this. Whether you are in the last few minutes before a rocket launch or whether it's Game 7 of a Stanley Cup Finals game, you've been dreaming about this since you were a little kid. You've been preparing for it. You've been training for it. And suddenly the moment is here. And whether you are the person sitting in the rocket ship seat, or whether you are one of the players taking the ice, or whether you're one of the people in the audience watching what's happening, this is the very essence of human adventure. This is challenge. This is competition. This is exploration. This is sport. This is what we live for. So I am counting on the fact that my heart's going to be racing and your heart is going to be racing as each of us willing our team to victory here in Game 7, as we all are saying, go Leafs, go. Have a great game, guys.
Dude. I'm sorry. That's just one of those moments where I realized an astronaut who has been to space, and underratedly, as producer Stu pointed out, he's also been to the bottom of the ocean. He lived there for 2 weeks for science. A man who has been to space sent me a video to hype me up about the Toronto Maple Leafs, the team that I've cheered for my entire life. And it was at that moment I was like, you know what? I could be crushing my childhood dreams a little bit harder, but not much harder. We're already at, I was at $1.19 a second ago. Commander Hadfield got me fired up. I've gone down to, never mind. It was 113. Now it's 125. The heart rate's going to be going all over the place. You want something you can put on your body? That's the worst way to promo merch ever. But shopsportsnet.store has things that you can put on your body. You can get a shirt, that says if it's one bite, it's biting. If it's two bites, it's eating. You can get the big, that's a dang it. Beer Stein, welcome to the Paddle Save Emporium. If you're a goaltender, tend the goal. God, my voice bounces back fast. Lots of other stuff there on shopsportsnet.store. And if you're sick of me, you're like, Steve, I'm only here because I want to watch the Leaf game. I actually find you to be obnoxious. First of all, hurtful, but at very least I understand. Second of all, I am not the only thing on shopsportsnet.store. So you can check it out. I mean, at this point, do I need to sell this? Do I have to sell Game 7 to you? Do I have to sell the theater of it? The beauty of it? The finality of it all? The fact that you have this Rolodex, this library, this archive of sports memories and cherished moments that you're going to remember forever. And you already know that because they happened years ago and you remember it. The Kawhi shot, that was only 3 years ago, but it was 3 long years ago. We celebrated that this past week. The Game 7 collapse against Boston in 2013. The anniversary of that was this past week as well. Think of some of your favorite sports moments of all time. You're about to live another one tonight. You're about to live a moment that you're going to remember forever. And at the end of that, the victor will realize they're only a quarter of the way to their goal. Their ultimate goal of the Stanley Cup. But tonight, the Lightning and the Leafs have one goal, potentially literally the way the goalies have played. But they have one goal. That is to tear each other apart. The Lightning's goal is to beat the Leafs. The Leafs' goal is to beat the Lightning. The Stanley Cup can wait. The Stanley Cup has to wait. Because we cannot decide who moves on until these two teams settle it once and for all. Leafs, no changes to the lineup. Tampa, I haven't even looked at their lineup, and I can tell you there's no changes. Because they made one after game 1. Jan Ruda got beat up by Morgan Riley, taken out. They put Zach Bogosian in. That was the last time Tampa changed anything. Sheldon Keefe has been bouncing around, finding a flow. And in game 6, we have the tightest, most even game between these two teams we've seen yet. 2 goals puts Tampa up 2-0. One, the first one, off a rare but terrible Leafs mistake. The second one off a Herculean effort from Anthony Cirelli. And in past years, the Leafs would have crumbled into the ocean and become a long lost city at sea like Atlantis. But less than a minute later, Austin Matthews tips it home. The Leafs are on the board. And with 2 goals in less than 30 seconds, with less than 10 seconds to go in the second period, John Tavares gets a pair to put the Leafs up. Now, we all know what happened in the third. David Kampf takes a high sticking call that, let's be honest, probably shouldn't have been called. I can't remember many high sticking calls because a player hit someone in the shoulder. Then Kerfoot takes a high sticking call on one of the tallest players in the league. Oh, he hit the stick into the face, doesn't matter. Leafs down 5-on-3, Tampa evens it up. And the amount of opportunities for both teams to finish that game before overtime and in overtime was staggering. Kerfoot with a chance for revenge Revenge with a breakaway. Mikheyev with a pair of chances. Brandon Hagel missing that wide open net. If you watch the stream, you know that I just sat here for 15 solid seconds of silence. Braden Point in overtime gets a final whack at it. Michael Bunting and Justin Hall going to clear it off the line. And if only one of them had, who knows? Who knows? But it went in. The puck went in, and now we're here. The Leafs with an opportunity to win their first series since 2004, after the Panthers just won their first series since 1996. And let me tell you something. The Leafs played at home for Game 7 last year. They played at home for Game 5 against the Blue Jackets. Even if they were the road team, they would have played at home because all the Eastern teams were in Toronto for that. But this is the first time since 2004 the Leafs have had a Game 7 on home ice with a packed building. The first time since Joe Nieuwendyk put a pair of blueberry muffins past Patrick Lalime. Those were two of the sweetest blueberry muffins this Leaf fan has ever sampled. 18 long years. It's time, Leafs Nation. It's time to conquer the reigning, defending, undisputed back-to-back Stanley Cup champions and send a message to the hockey world that the Leafs are for real. And by the end of the game, I want us to have to pour one out for all the Leaf haters out there who are about to lose a quarter of their material. Oh, first round. Then they'll have to revert back to all the 1967 jokes, which is fine. That was already in their Rolodex. One at a time. One at a time. Demoralize them, take away their ammo, one at a time. But it starts with this game. The Leafs have erased 2-0 deficits in each of their last two games against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Game 5 and in Game 6. My advice, not that the Leafs need to hear it, don't go down 2-0 in Game 7. And as for the penalty box problem, we got Wes McCauley and Eric Furlat, two of the most experienced refs in the league. We're about to drop the puck, but here's what's going to happen. One team is going to take one penalty in the first. The team that didn't take that penalty is going to get penalized in the second, in the third, and potentially overtime. There's going to be nothing. Puck drop in Toronto. Campbell in net for the Leafs. Vasilevsky in net for the Lightning. Keith and Cooper behind the benches. A berth to the second round. And a spot in our memories and hearts forever is on the line. Puck drop in Toronto. Leafs win the opening faceoff. Turn it over to the Lightning. Campbell, if you're a goaltender, tend the goal. We don't want any silliness tonight. No Game 7 dangits, please. Oh, we're already at almost 130 on the heart rate monitor. This is a lot of fun. Bunting. Matthews. Hard to knock off the puck. He's had a great series. Keeps it in. Bunting. Working. Chernak. This is what I'm saying, guys. There are going to be two penalties total in this game. One for the was on that opening line, not with Stamkos and Kucherov. Here's John Tavares, and his first shot of the night ends up on the screen.
And right on cue, he said, get a hit, take a hit, get yourself involved. How about Mitch Marner? No worries, Hedman making the play, Marner finishing his check, following it up as Matthews and Bunting at the other side, and that's the way you got to start a game, is get involved and get your head just feeling like it's just a hockey game. Good energy, good pace here early on.
So Anthony Cirelli starts with Stamkos and Kucherov. Alex Kerfoot to take the draw against Stamkos with Mikheyev and Tavares, and draw pulled back to the line. It'll be played out by Kucherov. Surprisingly, has not registered a point in a Game 7. Here's Tavares, unable to connect there with Kerfoot. Morgan Riley hit Mikheyev with the shoot-in, and that'll put the play offside at the Lightning line.
You know, for all the success that the Lightning have had, you're right, their top core 4 guys in the big Game 7 games haven't really been able to come through. You look at the Maple Leafs by comparison, a combined 9 games for Toronto. You've got goals from Nylander and Tavares and a total of 6 points. Not a goal in the top 4 for the Tampa Bay Lightning over 21 Game 7s, and you know they're looking to make that a mute stat here in Game 7 tonight.
Justin Hall sends it in. Bunting, Matthews, Marner right back out there. Kept in by Giordano, and that off Nick Paul's shin pads down the ice. Paul back to get it. Nailed there. Hagel from the corner. Nick Paul looks for his first goal of the series. Turning away is Marner. And he'll dump it down into the Lightning zone. Vasilevsky out of the net, plays it past Bunting. And out comes Paul, this third line for the Lightning with just 1 shot on goal in Game 6. Of course, that tremendous opportunity for Hagel with an open net to end it in the third period.
Yeah, he slept a little better thanks to Braden Point. That one was mind-melting there for him, missing that one.
Now Nylander's out. He had the lone goal for the Leafs in Game 7 a year ago. Here Edward Bellemare for the dangerous Corey Perry, playing in his 10th Game 7. Perry checked on the play. And David Camp spins it back. TJ Brody up the right flank, and Engvall's going to skate on it. Here's Pierre Engvall dashing in to Camp. Not blocked. Rebound. Engvall sends it wide. Nylander in behind the net. Engvall looking for his first ever Stanley Cup playoff goal. And Sheldon Keefe mentioned earlier today that it would be a good time for he or Mikheyev to chip in.
Well, what the speed to the outside backs the D-man foot off, but watch Corey Perry. He's in no man's land. He's a defender back covering for his man, and he ends up
all right.
all out, getting his body.
Well, we're all awake.
Second chance with a bounce.
I'm back.
Not able to
Lightning already playing on their heels a little bit. That's a good thing. We like that. We ship that. We stand. 2.5 minutes. Leafs, another ozone draw here. Tavares with Mikheyev and Kerfoot. No Willie up there for the ozone draw. Keefe has gone back to that many times in this series, but not yet.
Only scored first twice. And in the last 3, the Lightning have built.
McDonough breaking out behind the net.
Ryan McDonough leads them out. They'll be tipped in behind the Leafs.
Lightning get it deep. I understand why Campbell's playing it, and he's being helpful, but you know me. I have a brand, and I stick to it. It makes me nervous when the goalie leaves the net. Morgan Riley. To Jake Muzzin, puts it on! Oh, there was a rebound in front. Braden Point trying to split the D. Doesn't work. He gets a shot on, and there's a rebound. Jack Campbell steers it clear. Kerfoot turns it over! Let that be the last time I say that in this series. The Leafs still trying to get the puck off the Lightning. Bogosian puts it off the boards. Leafs hemmed in right now. Bogosian puts it on. Campbell steers it wide again.
Pressure from the point line. Up off the ledge. Mikheyev knocked
Mikheyev.
down. And now it's
Game 1, that's maybe a call. Kerfoot directs it in. I don't think that's going to be ice. Nope.
Active on that shift.
Bit of a survive shift after a thrive.
Game number 6 was the one that went in overtime.
And a lack of attention to puck detail like that from Kerfoot will not do. The Lightning doing a good job again. Fourth line shift here for the Leafs. They don't want to be in their zone. Good job by Kasha to get out. He's got Spezza with him. Spezza trying to direct traffic here. Let's see what he does. Going up against Cal Foot. Careful. Watch the head snap back.
In this series for the Lightning. Matthews comes on. Spezza holds the zone.
Spezza keeps it in. Oh, my goodness. Right on the line. Giordano puts it out of play. We having fun? We having fun yet? We do have questions from the chat. It's going to be difficult to get to them. Alex, do you have a paramedic team on standby? No. So just keep that in mind. Are you worried about Game 7 Vasilevsky from Patty? No. No. Leafs have scored at least 3 goals in 6 straight games against Vasilevsky. This is Game 7. And the stakes are the highest they can be, but this is a game like any other. You don't play trying to lose. Play trying to win. It's the same as it ever is. Same as it ever has been.
In Game 6, he scored in each of the last 2. Now Hagel. Across it goes to head.
Good breakup from Marner.
Lost it to Marner.
Almost really makes them pay there. We'll probably need to go for a line change soon. Matthews finishes his hit as he's been doing all series. That's Campbell's at least 3rd touch of the puck behind the net. The Lightning sure seem to have a plan here. As Nylander hits the ice with his 3rd line. And that 3rd line will change, I imagine, depending on what happens in this game. David Kampf. Oh, what happened there? Morgan Riley comes up with the puck.
Riley in deep, and now he'll work his way back. Labushka gives it back. Riley shoots it, and through a screen, a glove stop by Vasilevsky, the first shot of the game for Toronto.
Well, you look at Corey Perry, he's sort of looking up skyward. He went to make a play, and he stepped right on the puck. He falls down. Now the lane is wide open for Morgan Riley, but watch Bogosian. Just doesn't overplay, gets his stick in a passing lane, gets his body in a shooting lane, and he forces Morgan Riley to delay, and then when the shot came, Vasilevsky able to see it, able to hold on. That's a good veteran play by Bogosian, not allowing any room for Riley to take it through to the net.
John Tavares on the drop. Wins another face-off for the Leafs, and Brody's shot. Sure, Vasilevsky just got a piece of that, or where they're sailing wide, Muzzino play it right back in on the...
Yeah, dealing with some tech issues. We'll get it sorted out at the whistle. Oh, Tavares! So close to scoring there on Vasilevsky. And I think we're in commercial break territory here. So we should probably try to fix it.
Offensive push, pressure to turn pucks over. Here's a dump in that Vasilevsky tries to move, but Kerfoot gets in there first. And how about
Kerfoot throwing it in front for Tavares, and Tavares almost getting the first goal of the game. Oh!
He's in tight there for John Tavares. You saw the stick flying on Braden Point, and Tavares unable to get that up and over.
Another ozone draw for the Leafs. The big boys out here.
Right back out comes the Matthews line. Bunting knocked down along the boards. Austin Matthews.
This building is rocking. Rebound! Oh! I thought Marner scored there. The puck is still loose. In front! Oh, and the Leafs pass it all the way back down into their own end. Campbell to play it. Out of town scoreboard. Boston is done. Carolina beats them 3-2. Boston almost came back. Uh-oh, we gonna get a call? No, we are not. Game 7. Woo! About 7 minutes into Game 7. Leafs. Oh, that's a puck that needs to leave the zone, boys. That's a puck that needs to leave the zone. As Campbell with a bit of a panic move, and the Leafs are able to get it out. So when we go to when it's commercial break here, I'm going to go away for a little bit as we fix this tech issue, but I'll be back. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. I cannot see myself. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Wow. Leafs looking like the... Am I on?
This being game number 6.
Marner scored in the first 2 of the series. Has not scored in the last 4 games. Tipped in momentarily at the line. Nylander takes a turn with Tavares and Kerfoot. He's moved around a bit, and now a hit for Kerfoot, and the play is offside. Don't miss the Junos with performances by Arcade Fire, Avril Lavigne, Deborah Cox, Charlotte Cardin, and many.
No, I'm screwing with you. I'm screwing with you. I'm screwing with you. Sorry. Listen, we got to have some fun. We got to have some fun. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Presented by Molson Canadian. By the way, we've obviously had some tech issues. We think we got them solved. Let's hope the Leafs don't have any tech issues either. Whew. Use some of that limited edition Stanley Cup badge. Lightning working it at the point. They put it on. Goes wide, stopped. And the Leafs will break it out of the zone. Kerfoot taken down. And we are going to get our first penalty, first power play of the game. Brandon Hagel, who has drawn so many calls for the Tampa Bay Lightning in the series, will go to the box. And they're only going to call what's obvious, and this is pretty obvious. He gets his stick right into the feet of Brandon Hagel, or other way around. Brandon Hagel gets his stick right into the feet of Alexander Kerfoot. And the guy who drew so much ire for taking the penalty to put the Leafs down 5-on-3 in Game 6 gives the Leafs the opportunity to score the first goal of Game 7. Brendan Shanahan watching the game at ice level. Remember, Tampa scored a shorthanded goal in Game 6, so you can't completely go nuts here. Leafs lose the draw. Tampa can't get it out. Matthews to Riley. Leafs covering that point, or Lightning covering that point. They do not want Matthews getting it, but here he is. Bang! And it Beyblades around.
I think that was a shot pass for Matthews there. He thought Tavares.
As Riley will now try to gain the zone again.
Just missed it going through him.
It's Marner as a pair of power play assists. He gives it to Tavares.
The Leafs got to make the most of this. It might be their only power play of the game. In Game 7, you got to think it will be. I'm telling you, I think the Leafs will get a chance, the Lightning will get a chance, and that'll be it. Willie shoots! Stopped by Vasilevsky, gobbled up. And in a Game 7 scenario, I wonder if the second unit even hits the ice. What Keefe has done a couple times in this series, mostly early on, is it would be the second unit, except Matthews and sometimes Marner would stay out. Looks like the top unit's still out.
48 seconds gone in the Hagel penalty.
Almost 50 seconds gone in this power play, which means a minute 12 left. Matthews going to try to win it back. I think he's going to try to win it to Tavares. He gets it to the right side. It was correct on that side anyway. Gets it to Morgan Riley. Matthews puts it on! Oh, and Tavares almost tips it home. He's playing good, man. He's playing good. Ah, Riley holds it. Oh, Willie! Shoots! Wide! Riley! Marner!
Matthews again. Riley goes to Nylander.
Willie.
Down low.
Oh! What happened? Marner, I don't know if this first unit's going to leave. Riley. He's got to watch it. He's got to watch it. And it looks like the Leafs will get some reinforcements over the boards. Marner's still out there. Willie's still out there. Austin's still out there. Mikheyev and Giordano, the only new bodies. And it looks like a few more will join them. with under 20 seconds to go here in this power play. I wonder if Keefe's going to go with 2 D-men. He's got Spets out there, and he's usually in that D slot. And there's less than 10 seconds to go here on this power play. Yeah, there's Brody. Spetzer puts it on. Loose in front. Bunting fighting for the loose puck. And the Lightning will break out. Brandon Hagel out of the box, and he joins the rush with Alex Killorn. And the puck, a very valuable souvenir, although very hard. Look out. Duck. Goes up and over the boards. Killorn, almost a high stick on Michael Bunting, and McDonough just drills him from behind. But first penalty of the game went to Tampa. They're not going to call it. They're not going to call it. I'm not going to call out Wes McCauley. I'm not going to call out Eric Furlat. I'm going to call out the National Hockey League. Why are you the way that you are? Why? Penalty in game 1, game 2, game 3, game 4. Why are you the way that you are? Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like. Click subscribe. Tell all your friends. You have to click like. If anyone here in the chat has been in any of the other streams, you got to tell people, you got to tell them that likes equal Leaf goals. We've seen it happen. I've been like, oh yeah, click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. And then the Lightning go down 2-0. And I go, click like. You not clicking like is the reason that the Leafs are losing. And then the likes go, brrr, and the Leafs go, brrr. They score a bunch of goals. They tie it up. They take the lead. You right there. You can be a factor. We're a factor tonight, Leafs Nation. 20,000 strong in Scotiabank Arena to watch the Leafs at home in a Game 7 for the first time since 2004. Last year, there were like 500 people. That doesn't count. 2020, that was a bubble. There were even fewer than 500 people. There were 0. That doesn't count either. Thousands of Leaf fans in Maple Leaf Square. Thousands of Leaf fans and perverted observers who just want them to lose. Here,
15 seconds ago, Giordano
in the stream,
they're calling it, and he said it just deflected off him.
what's better than this? Are they trying to say that Mark Giordano's going to get a penalty here? And yeah, you bet they are. Hit a guy from behind, hit him right in the numbers. Totally cool. Bat a puck out of the air and up and over the boards. How dare you go to jail? So the Leafs head to the penalty kill about halfway through the first period. The Leafs probably the better team so far, so they're going to have to kill this off. Kucherov puts it on, rebound. Lightning hold the zone. Kucherov puts it on again. Rebound. Tampa holds the zone. We're barely over 10 seconds in. Kucherov picked off. Leafs clear it, and will we get a quick change? Lightning power play 1 for 3 in Game 6. 30 seconds gone. Quarter of the way there, which is what the Leafs will hope to be by the end of the night. Quarter of the way there. Pass picked off, but the Lightning find a way to hold on. Stolen by Mikheyev, who will try to break it out. He can't, but at very least he gets it out of the zone. Leafs go for reinforcements. I think they get a full change there. And Braden Point pressured. Mikheyev. Can't clear. Stamkos with the puck behind the net. Brody, it's out of his reach. Kucherov's still out there. Shot! Stop! Rebound! Side of the net. Mikheyev can't get to it. Stamkos. Where to go? Where to go? Side of the net. Broken up by Brody. Hall's got to chase Point. Mikheyev got to pressure the Point. Shot! Stop! Hall's got to get this out. They got to help him. Tampa keeps it in. Kucherov with the pass. Under 30 seconds to go here in this Leafs penalty kill. Hedman puts it on. Gloved by Jack Campbell. Hedman saw some open net. Campbell saw a black puck. Grabbed it.
We've had TJ Brody's been out
this game is still tied 0-0.
Plus, you're defending and you're looking side to side.
I need some agua.
By the Tampa power play. There's the first one that gets through. Campbell gets a piece of it. Kucherov with the pass across. Stamkos has scored twice.
Stamkos with the little double clutch there.
Previous games, the rebound was there, and a nice job of
That actually allowed Campbell to get into better position. And Killorn, good screen. Campbell even having to reach around him, but it works. 24 seconds to go here in this kill. Kucherov disgusted that the Lightning couldn't get it done. And here comes Marner breaking out. This is going to be a partial 2-on-1. Marner tries to hook it around to Kerfoot. It doesn't work. But dogged determination on the puck. He holds it. And the Leafs on the verge of killing off the first penalty they took in this game. And hopefully the last. My prediction for penalties in this game was already wrong. Both teams have taken one each. I'm shocked. Hagel shoots it. Stopped by Campbell. Clear those bodies. Get him out of here! Mitch Marner knows he was close. Listen, Mitch, buddy, I'm not telling you to be satisfied, but you did a great job there. Tries to hook it around. Can't do much better than that. Maybe fire it through the legs. Hope to get a rebound. I don't know what Giordano's talking to the ref about. I mean, puck was in midair. You hit it. Went over the glass. Like, no one thinks you're a bad guy. It's just, it's a rule now. It sucks, but is what it is. Leafs win the faceoff in the D zone. Brody breaks it out. Leafs get it deep. Won't be icing. Bang! Engvall trying to lay the body. We got Engvall Kampfen. Is that Kasha? I believe it is. Interesting.
Steadiest of the Lightning players in this series.
Must be because it was in the D zone. Willie not out there. Leafs stay on side. No, they do not. I saw McCann stretch and I'm like, good for you. Or whoever that was. Engvall swearing at someone. I know what swear words he said, but I'm not going to tell you. I speak fluent giraffe. I used to work at the Toronto Zoo. That's not even a joke. That's true. From 2005 to 2010, in 2011, I decided I wanted to be an idiot, and I didn't work there, and in 2012, I went back. Now I'm here with you, and you're here with me. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like. Matthews run behind the net. Click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Great outlet pass for Bunting. Oh, we got a blown tire. Riley! Riley with the puck. Bunting creating havoc in front. Matthews getting open. You got to go to the net, Austin. Shot. Rebound. And the Lightning with an extremely fortunate bounce off of Vasilevsky's pad. Not only getting the save there, but directing the puck out of harm's way. Masterful from Vasilevsky. Oh boy, you're not going to get many more gifts like that. Puck goes over Kerfoot's stick. He gets it back, gets it deep, and he's smushed directly into the official. Giordano collecting the puck. Leafs breaking in. Tavares has looked determined. Willie out there with him. Ooh. Tavares has maybe been the most dangerous looking Leaf so far. Justin Hall. Trip. No trip. Ah! Man. Kerfoot goes for a change. Lightning get it deep. Gotta watch the front. Hall straight up holding Hall. Nothing. Leafs break it out of the zone. Blackwell out there with the fourth line. There's no way you're onside right now. You got to get out. You got to get out. So that's unfortunate. A miscalculation on the offside puts the Leafs in their own zone. Can they break it out cleanly? Remember, it's the fourth line. Here we go. Blackwell. He's got speed and Kosh is open. Shot. Rebound in front of the net. And no one home. Lightning just huck it out. Ugh. Leafs will get some fresh bodies over the boards. So with the Lightning. Leafs tried to catch them off guard. It didn't really work. Puck's deep. Leafs create a turnover there. It's Camp with Mikheyev and Engvall after Willie joined the second line temporarily, and Mikheyev's going to break it out. Almost gets it to Engvall. Game's opening up a bit. Got to be careful. Killorn, puck in open area. Oh, could have had a wide open shot there, but just enough in his way that he didn't. Through traffic and cleared out of harm's way. Mikheyev off the boards and out. That is the correct play, sir. Lightning break into the Leaf zone. That's Kucherov. Tries to throw it in front, and he's smushed. Bunting has been very active tonight. That's a regular season penalty. It's nothing in Game 7. I think Bunting's going to be on the wrong end of a few of those. Lightning 2-on-2. Marner collects the puck. Trying to break it out. He turns it over to Kucherov. Not good. No bueno. Lyubushkin's got to make up for his mistake here. He's doing a good job so far. Will he get it out? He does. Oh, Giordano. Fortunate play with his feet there. How we doing, chat? Exciting first period. A little over 3 minutes to go here in this opening frame of Game 7. Oh, Kerfoot. He's been all around it in this game. Good and bad. Mostly good. One almost extremely bad. John Tavares has been all over it. Mostly good. Shoots it on Vasilevsky. Stopped. And again, he continues to be the most dangerous Leaf tonight. Johnny Toronto looking fantastic. Spezza getting a shot. Led to a rebound, and oh, so close. No goals yet. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like. I'm serious, click like. It helps the Leafs. It helps them score. Click subscribe and tell all your friends. Hey, man, how can I watch the game? I'm on some website that's going to put a virus on my computer forever. Steal my grandma's credit card. No! No! You send them this link. For goodness sake. You watch it wherever you want. You watch it at work. Who's going to tell? I'm not. It's cool. Watch it on your TV. You watching it on your TV because you're in the future? I hope so. You watch it on your phone. Watch it on your tablet. Watch it in your gym. Hi, Trainer Chad. I know he's in here. You can watch it at the cottage. You can watch it in another country if you know how to steal. True. It's true. Oh, we got some stuff from the chat. And user Captain One Nut wants to say, what player, past or present, would you love to have dinner and talk stories with? That is oh man. See, like Ty Domi is a character. Matt Sundin is a character. But they're very measured in their responses. I want the goods. I want the goods. So, you know who I'm going to ask? I think I'd ask Shane Corson. And the reason is because, for whatever reason, he likes me. I don't know why. But he's been a part of so many great Leaf battles. And, like, he follows me on Instagram. Every time I'm like, here's a photo of my kid. He's like, oh, that's so cute. Ah, go Leafs. He still just loves it. Just such a nice man. I hope you're watching right now, Sugar Shane. You're a great guy. Under 3 minutes to go here. Ooh, Braden Point down in a heap. What happened there? In the thigh? What happened? We're going to have to get a replay there.
Concern and just no hesitation of Point, not able to put any weight.
2:49 to go in the first. Braden Point's going to the locker room.
Chance up the middle, the Point got
and he looks to be in some distress.
A little delayed. Just to stop up there.
Aye.
Both going for
So Mikheyev gets him in the leg,
Giordano got a tap there,
and I
just
think
an
it might
awkward
just be the way
play
it
down, and
twisted.
immediately the reaction
Marner's calling for the
from
offside,
Braden
not the
Point,
trainer.
what a loss that is for the Tampa Lightning.
And is it the groin?
Point unaware that the play was offside as he pursued the puck.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand what he hurt, but it's hockey and it could be any one of 1,000 things.
Lightning looking at the replay to see if
I'm sure Tampa's gonna want the trip, but I just don't think there's enough there.
Bob Zentler's lips that it was nothing. So
And Braden Point goes down awkwardly, and who knows if he's gonna return to this game 7.
so they play on, but
You never know. They've thrown the rule book out the window.
loss in the Lightning lineup.
Oh! What a pick! Who was that? Tavares again! He's having a spectacular night, but here come the Lightning again. Leafs at least have 3 men back there. Willie with the good read. Muzzin gets it out. I thought he had time to make a better pass than that. Kerfoot. Tried to get around, but he got stuffed. Producer Drew saying blown hammy, potentially. I don't know.
There was Hagel. Fulton will wrap it around, and Justin Hall's after it.
You always get concerned when the players get hurt by stuff that looks like it would hurt you or I. You or I, we get hurt by, I don't know, just regular everyday things. Leafs, partial 2-on-1, Giordano! Oh, he puts it wide. If he gets a rebound there, it might be in the Lightning net. Giordano's got to get back. Nick Paul breaking out with the Lightning. It's a 3-on-2. The Lightning. Oh, no! Nick Paul gets the rebound.
Stanley got playoff goal.
And the Lightning score first again.
He makes a play defensively.
That's at least
coming
3
back
straight
that takes
games.
away the
Not good
potential
enough.
of a pass on this 2-on-1.
Nick Paul,
Look at the
first
pressure.
career
Unable to
playoff
get
goal.
the puck. Watch the middle of your screen.
Giordano.
Just trying to get back as quickly as he can. He gets
So close to
inside
getting the
on
Leafs
Mikheyev.
on the board
All
at
of a
one
sudden,
end.
it's back on offense. A play at the
And the
boards.
Leafs do not.
Now you
What
gotta
is that
run
choice?
the
What is
rebound
that
up
choice
the
at the
front.
blue
The
line?
shot hit Riley.
Oh, I
Initially,
don't know.
just driving hard to get
Oh, I
back
don't
to his
know.
own net, and then driving
And Nick
equally as
Paul
hard
does
the
it
other.
all.
Get the
Back
puck
on the
into
back
the
check.
middle. Colton with the shot.
I'd have to
A
get the
deflected
wide
puck
view to
and
see who had the
Tampa
mistake,
can't
but
control. And what a
goodness
feeling for
gracious,
your
that
first
numbers
ever
game can't happen.
playoff goal.
Can't happen. That's bad. It's a bad play, but here come the Leafs.
Checked at the last second.
And they'll go to the power play.
And right
Marner hooked
goal.
on his way to the Tampa
The
net.
Leafs will get a power play and a chance to equalize.
And the Leafs will get an immediate chance to equalize. 1:25 to go in the first. Leafs down 1-0. Nick Paul just getting the Lightning on the board. And Tampa captain Steven Stamkos go into the box. Maybe saving a goal. Yeah, he gets his hands all over Mitch. Kind of, I mean, he prevents a scoring chance. I know it's game 7, you want to put the whistles away, but, I mean, what's Mitch supposed to do? Holding is the call.
Seconds after the Lightning get the kickstarter in game 7.
And the Leafs have 1:25. I don't think the second unit's going to touch the ice. And if they don't score here before the end of the first, it's going to be all first unit to start the second.
So just over a minute left in the first period. The Leafs don't score here. They'll have a
Leafs, bit of a clunky
power play time to start the
entry,
second.
but it works. Mitch staying on side. Tavares getting smushed in Tampa, breaking it out.
The Lightning able to clear.
Riley saw Cirelli to his right.
Under a minute to go here in the first period.
Want to take the risk of allowing
There's
another
another pass
offhand
in the
rush
Leaf
for
zone with a player who's not looking.
Final minute, first period. Here comes Tavares with Matthews. McDonough hit. Does
Leafs
he
2
have a
power
shot?
plays
Back the other way
in
is
one
Belmar.
period in a game 7. You can't waste this gift. You just can't. Willie back there on Belmar. 2-on-1. Don't lose this numbers game. Belmar wasting all kinds of time. Under 30 seconds to go here in this first. Leafs breaking it out.
Looking for a late
Can
rally to
they
tie it.
equalize this
Here's
before
Marner,
intermission?
knocked off his stick.
Blow the roof off of
Sergachev
Scotiabank Arena.
come out. They'll have
The
to
Lightning
hustle.
clear it under
Get another
10
chance
seconds to go
here.
by the time the Leafs get it over the blue line, if they get it over the blue
Marner
line.
off the board, so
They, like, what is that? What was the plan there?
well, head to
Leafs
the
hold it
end.
in somehow.
Marner
You
maybe-
got to put it on! Put it on!
Oh, it's
Oh,
Pad of
are you
Vasilevsky at the
kidding me?
horn, and the Lightning get out of the period.
I don't know if that would have counted,
Oh, it would have been awfully close, wouldn't
but
it?
did
Just the
Vasilevsky
last
just seriously
ditch
stop
effort.
that?
Played at the buzzer. You
I
always
got to see
said.
that replay.
Bunting across and right off.
Oh,
the
he
side.
hit the
Green
side
light
of the
was
net.
Just coming off, but it was awfully close as Mikheyev unable to get
And
it
no, I wouldn't have
past
counted anyway.
Vasilevsky.
It wouldn't have counted anyway.
So the shots 8-7 Lightning.
Leafs didn't make a ton of mistakes in that
A
first
one
period.
goal difference after
I'd say the Lightning
20
made just as many,
has his first ever.
but Nick Paul off the rebound gets his first career Stanley Cup playoff goal in Game 7, and the Leafs are down 1-0 heading into the second period. There's still a ton of game left, folks. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. And if you would like the next best thing to actually drinking out of the Stanley Cup itself, how about the Molson Canadian limited edition Stanley Cup batch? It's a batch of Molson Canadian that was actually kissed by the Stanley Cup itself in the brewery. I've seen the video with Phil Pritchard and all that. The guy, blonde hair, he wears the gloves like Super Mario. He held it in the brewery. The beer touched the cup, the inside of the cup, went back into the tank, into the bottles and cans, and into an LCBO near you. You should go pick one up. It's lonely. Let's get to a couple questions, and then we'll get to your intermission entertaining content. Me! Brandon, have you ever seen Leafs fans more devoted or passionate? Not since the last time they won a playoff series. So I was in high school the last time they won a playoff series in 2004. I was in the 10th grade. 2003, 2002. Oh, we loved that team. Every car with the Maple Leafs flag flying off of it. The passion has not been at these levels in about 2 decades. The Leafs got to reward these fans here. They got to come back. They're only 1 goal down. Got to come back in the second period. And we'll be back because we're going to show you a little bit of intermission content. Here's some stuff that I've done for the Sportsnet YouTube channel. Do not go away. Use this time to click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends, and go to the bathroom. Don't forget to do that.
Steve Dangle here at the Heritage Classic. Leafs, Sabres, we got fun stuff. We got a bunch of people in jerseys. We have food covered in cheese. Let's go have some cheese and have some fun. Get out of here! That's sick! I love it! Dangle, baby! So you're trying to get a job with the Leafs?
Yeah,
And this is the plan.
this is the plan.
Do the right thing, Kyle. What's your name again?
Rob.
Hi, Rob. All right, we're going to shoot some pucks into the washer, into the dryer. Hopefully not make a fool of myself, but I don't know. Those kids are pretty good. Can we cut it so that it's just really close-up shots of the puck going in? Here goes nothing. Ah. Come on! Go in! All right, we had a good talk. We're supposed to get in the bottom part, right? You know, it's not every day you get to see these. The Art Ross Trophy, the Hart Trophy, the Conn Smythe. This booth is dedicated to Austin Matthews' house 3 months from now. This is the pretzel one, and this is the bacon one.
Yeah, it's delicious so far.
Are you gonna put anything on it, or you just gonna go for it?
Do you have mustard? As you can see, pretzel wrapped around the hot dog. Oh my God, okay. The pretzel's like, is so soft on the inside. Oh, you feed me like this, I'm coming to Christmas. You're jealous. You're jealous through the camera right now.
Are you ready for dessert?
Deep fried Mars bar. This changed my life. This is like no exaggeration. This is a 20 out of 10. Heritage Classic, Leafs, Sabres. I think they played a game. I don't remember the score. My life is complete. From the Heritage Classic, Hamilton, Ontario. I'm Steve Dangle, well fed. Yeah, who farted? That's a tough one. Is that a big E fart? Get in the butterfly, Marty.
If you're tired, just stay here if you're tired.
Okay, thanks, man. Put me out there with an empty net, I don't know. Oh. That's onside. Oh my God. I back check once and I'm dead. All right, I'm gonna Costanza this and get off. Oh,
That was hard work.
it was.
Play, nice play.
Oh my God. I can't wait to shave this. Oh my God. I gotta remember my left leg exists.
Take it along. Bye.
Oh,
I'm gonna go right at the D and just leave it with my legs, okay? That kind of thing?
yeah, all right. Oh, it's that intimidation factor. How sad do you get when you see me come over the boards? I'm just working on being able to touch the puck once. If I touch the puck once, that's a big win. Whoa! Well, I thought it was contract time. I thought that's what it was about.
Oh, no.
He scores!
Baseball's got walkout songs, but it's sort of starting to come to hockey. What would your goal song be if you could pick one?
Someone asked me the other day. I think I saw San Jose's doing it now.
Yep.
Players should have their own goal song.
Ooh, put me on the spot right now.
Oh, that's a panic question right now.
I think we're gonna have to restart this for a sec because that's so on the spot. I have no idea.
Sure. Matt Barzal stopped the interview.
Something hip hop. I think I would change it up from time to time.
I don't know, something country for sure.
I had one in GR. It was Buy Me a Boat.
But it can buy me a boat,
How's it go? Can you sing it?
buy me a truck to pull it.
No.
Luke Combs song, You Never Broke My Heart, that one?
Yeah, that sounds like a country song. I
Yeah,
believe you.
That's, yeah.
Like that new Drake song with Future, Life is Good. It's pretty good.
Working on a weekend like usual.
Make it the Future verse as my goal song.
I go tremendo for new fettuccine. All fat though, claret the pinky. All fat though, we order the feet.
Man, you listen to that in your car and you're like, I want this when I score a goal.
Granted, she was standing right down while I catch play on the brick.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you definitely think about that sometimes.
So we'll say Turbulence, Steve Aoki. I think it starts kind of slow too. You kind of want something that's loud right off the bat, right?
Wait, well, you don't. You can edit it.
Oh, yeah, so that would be edited. That's
Yeah.
all.
We hit turbulence!
You don't got.
We'll go with that one, and it's edited properly.
Probably something upbeat. Jeez, I don't know. Maybe "Time of Our Lives" by Pitbull.
We didn't go to church, but I got this.
I mean, Pitbull's on everything else. Why not your goal song?
Let's ride! Everybody going through.
When I was playing in St. John, we tried to have a goal song, and that was Space Jam.
Your dance at the Space Jam.
I
Okay.
know that song, like, it kind of says, like, Johnny, let's go Johnny, or whatever,
Yeah.
in that song.
Go, Johnny.
So, yeah, there you go.
That's perfect. I wouldn't change a thing.
I like Rocky like a hurricane. And they kind of play for me if I have like a special moment, some game or something. So that one's always been good for me.
Oh yeah, I will probably just go with Swiss German one, something from
band called Lone Bleu Duke.
What?
So
It's my
you
favorite.
Guys, yeah, you guys probably heard all songs of them.
Probably pick their biggest hit. What's it called again?
Jung verdammt.
What?
Totally. That would be mine as well.
Yeah.
That'd be mine as well.
It's a lot of songs. Honestly, I don't hear the songs when we score.
It is, you score so much that they just get sick of the song.
No, don't go there. The fans' noise or when our fans screaming and all that. That's a good goal song.
And here's Pettersson, scores! Unbelievable.
Goal song I'd probably choose is I Need a Dollar by Aloe Black.
I need a dollar, that's what I need.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
Maybe New York, you know.
I had a job, but the boss man let me go.
Oh, well, I thought it was contract time. I thought that's what it was about.
Oh, no.
Come on, share your dollar with me.
No.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Let's give another hand to me. That was great content, me. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. Me. Presented by Molson Canadian. Click like, click subscribe. Tell your friends. Leafs down 1-0 against the Tampa Bay Lightning after 1. 3-on-2. Brandon Hagel. Man. All about it. I don't know how many points he has in this series. He's been all around it. He's been a factor. And he's going to be on that team for a while. So, a very steep price that the Lightning paid for him. I think he's going to prove to be worth it, whether the Lightning lose this series or not. Leafs just got to bounce back in the second, man. And a question from Frank, what are the keys to the second here? Honestly, I'd argue the Leafs were the better team in the first period. Stop me if you've heard this before. They at very least drew 2 penalty calls. I'm fascinated to know how Wes McCauley and Eric Furlat are going to call the rest of the game, because the penalties are 2-1 in favor of the Leafs. So you already know that the next penalty, the 4th of the game, is going against Toronto. They're not going to give the Leafs a 2 penalty gap. There's just no chance. We've seen 2 or 3 penalties on bunting already. You know what I mean? McDonough, that smush from behind was tough. But in the mind of Wes McCauley and Eric Furlat, it's not even just that it's 2-1. It's the 2 penalties against the Lightning were penalties that you actually had to call. The 1 penalty against the Leafs is Mark Giordano accidentally hitting the puck over the glass. Next one's coming to the Leafs. They got to be careful. That's not even me being, oh, it's rigged. It's just, what are you, new? You ever watched hockey before? That's how it works, man. Keys to the second. So they got to be careful for the penalties. They got to honestly keep playing the way they've been playing, because other than that one mistake at the blue line there, the offensive blue line, I think they've looked good. Kerfoot turned it over once very early. There was that mistake at the blue line, and they've otherwise looked fine. They've been doing a good job generating offense. What they got to do is do a better job clogging the slot, getting in the slot, getting to the side of the net. There have been opportunities for rebounds. There have been opportunities to capitalize on flurries, on chaos in front of the Lightning net, and on too many occasions in that first period, there was not a Leaf there to bang it in. They need playoff-style goals tonight more than ever. Nylander's capable of scoring them. Tavares is capable of scoring them. Bunting, Matthews now, Marner now. They're all capable of doing it. Mikheyev had like 20 goals this year. They're all capable of doing it. They got to do it. Hercules. Do you enjoy the reffing so far? I'm not allowed to say no, because the Leafs have gotten more power plays than Tampa. A lot of people are like, oh, just because it's Game 7 doesn't mean the standards should change. I've I've dropped my musket and I'm running away. I'm not dying on that hill anymore. Well, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want him to call Game 7? Like it's a Tuesday in October? It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen, and I've given up that fight. So to get 2 power plays in 1 period, and they're going to start the second period on the power play, by the way. To get 2 power plays in 1 period in the Game 7 is nothing short of miraculous. So I think Leaf fans need to be pretty happy with that. Count your blessings there. Mitchell, Steve, I can't take another Game 7 loss. Convince me they're coming back. Mitchell, I assume this is your first stream. You want me to convince you they're coming back? Last year, I would have told you, Mitchell, I can't do that because I don't believe they're coming back. Last year, that's what I would have told you because this team had broken me and ground me into ash. This year, I'm insulted by the question because, of course, the Leafs are coming back. Because I had a vision. I had a vision before the playoffs even began. Walking my gorgeous golden doodle through the streets of Oshawa. I had a vision sitting here in this very room. Headphones draped around my neck, tears streaming down my face. Beside myself with happiness, barely able to comprehend that the Toronto Maple Leafs had not just won the first round against the Tampa Bay Lightning, but they had won the Stanley Cup. It came to me in a vision, and the vision is as clear as ever. I see it 2020, crystal clear, like it's right in front of my face, because it is. And if it's right in front of my face, it's right in front of yours. So Mitchell, allow yourself to see. Get the vision. Get the passion! Because we're going to watch something special here tonight. You don't put down the book after the first chapter. Yeah. Our protagonist, our hero, they're down right now. They're not doing so good. Keep reading. I think you're going to like this book. Max, who needs to step up here for either team? The answer is not the Leafs defenseman, because if they step up at the blue line and they don't have support, it's going to go poorly. I didn't say Riley was the only defenseman back on that play, so I assume it was Ilya Lyubushkin. He was so far out that he was barely in any of the replays. He probably thought he had forward support there. He made a calculated decision, and it was a miscalculation. The game is coming back. James, at what point do you shorten the bench?
For the start of the second.
I think you probably wait for the third period for that. And Braden Point, who left the game barely under his own strength, is on the Lightning bench right now. I can't imagine what he hurt. Read a theory that it was his hammy. I have no idea how much he's going to play in the second period, but he's on the Tampa bench. Under 30 seconds to go here in this Leafs power play as the second period begins. Matthews with the puck, that's good. Marner with the puck, that's good. Willie gets it in and turns it over, that's bad. And now Riley, with 10 seconds to play here, if the Leafs can gain the zone, that'd be cool. We'll see if they even do that. And they do. Pretty cleanly. Tavares puts it on. Oh, Marner had Matthews in the slot. And Stamkos coming out of the box. And if he got out of the box a second earlier, that could have gone bad. But it didn't.
Scoring the Leafs 8-3 in the first period of games in this series.
Got my father-in-law chirping me in text about my vision rant. I'm working!
And we have yet to have a
I'm trying to put food on the table for your daughter and your grandchild. Come on, men.
Sent back in by Sergachev. After it is Stamkos, got by him.
Uh-oh.
Killorn with
Tampa
a swivel.
working the way to the net. Killorn attacks. Ah, Brody trying to clear the net. He does. Clear the front of the net. Lightning hold it at the point. Oh, McDonough. And the ref rules that offside.
You know, playoff time,
It was close.
Back-to-back Stanley Cup champs. John Cooper said you're on the cusp of greatness. That doesn't look like a guy who's ready to play hockey. That looks
Okay,
like a guy
so
who wants to be on the bench, wants to be with
Braden
his
Point
teammates,
is maybe
wants to
on
be
the
around
bench
for moral support. I'd
to
be
support his
shocked if we
teammates
see him out
because that looked pretty bad.
before, but that little move from basically just hopping and
Based on
gliding
that body
from the
language,
door to the bench didn't look like he's
I'd be
ready to
surprised
go.
if he plays the rest of the game. Kerfoot chips it in after the faceoff. Nice. Using his speed to attack McDonough. And the Leafs might come away with this puck. That's a great play off the faceoff. Tavares works it to Willie. Willie gets it to the point. Hold it. And they do. They got some work to do. Ah, Tampa gets it out. Tampa reeling a little bit, and it's all from a nice little play from Alex Kerfoot off the faceoff. Almost cuts it off there. Almost isn't good enough. And we'll get an icing call here. Ross Colton not going to like that. I'm here to tell you, I don't care. LMAO. Puck comes all the way down. We're still less than 2 minutes gone in the second period.
This has not been a series where he's dominated. It's not been one where he's outdueled Campbell at the other
Matthews
end. But when you come
with
down
the
to
ozone draw
game, you just have to
against the
worry
tired
about
Lightning
this
group.
is the night that he will do it.
Bunting!
Oh.
Gobbled up, and the Lightning will get fresh legs over the boards.
Which is his 20th consecutive stop now in the series.
And what that does for this Lightning team, it's just
I mean,
an extra layer of
2 minutes in
confidence. I mean,
to
John
the second
Cooper's
here. I don't know if there are
goal
any
was
tired
fouled.
legs.
You know, what a great moment it is as
And Braden Point is on the ice.
here. This is amazing.
I'm
Another
shocked.
layer of confidence for his team, though, having Vasilevsky back there.
Loses the
Everybody does so
faceoff.
well.
Boy, this will go into Stanley Cup
Oh!
lore if Braden Point can
Oh, he looks awful. He's like limping.
In pain.
but remains out.
There he go. He's on one leg.
Down in the Leaf zone.
Unless he's playing possum.
Got away from a big hit, and the Leafs will start out. Michael Bunting, and there's
Wow.
Point. So that one shift,
Game 7, baby.
maybe all we'll see.
Quick shift, and the Lightning ice the puck again.
On the ice here too. He's now going to be injured. So
Braden Point, get him back out there.
You want to be a gamer. I know you want to play.
Lightning ice the puck. Get him out.
Part of it so much, but right off the bat, he goes to take a stride here, and that's.
He wants to play in this game.
Ready to play,
He was out there.
especially in such
They
a
iced
big,
the puck.
important game. Great guts, great heart. You know his teammates are.
Why is he on the
feeling for him.
bench?
There's Patrick Maroon, and there's the consoling his friend.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's the realization that it is done for the
Yeah.
night. An emotional break.
Gutsy.
Who John
Gutsy
Cooper
that he
told
was
us
even out
before
there,
the
man.
series started, in his
Nothing
mind,
but respect for
is a
Braden
top
Point. Maybe he
five
got off
player
before
Well, no question.
the
You
play
look
was
at
made.
Last 2 years, he's led the playoffs.
I like
in
his
goal
stick.
scoring,
I have
14
that
in each
stick.
year. Nobody's
He's got
done
the
more,
thick
and that's
butt
just
end of the stick,
heartbreaking. You know
like
how hard he worked. He was injured
not
down
quite
the
as bad as Mark
of the
Stone.
regular season.
I don't know if
John
you've ever
Cooper
seen
gave
Mark
him a
Stone's
couple of
stick.
games off.
It's this skinny little stick followed by the pyramid of Giza, made out of hockey tape, so that he can basically throw his stick out like Henrik Lundqvist did with the poke checks, except Mark Stone's a forward. Henrik Lundqvist's a goalie. Tavares kicked out of the face-off. Kerfoot's out there. Or was it Kemp? Keefe switches up the middle six too much. I never know. It's Tavares. Oh, Tavares loses his stick. Whoa!
Brody sidestepped the hit from Killorn, and now Kerfoot turned.
I am just about sick and tired of losing to Alex Killorn. That's enough. I believe he was on the Norfolk Admirals team that beat the Marlies in 2012. Kerfoot! Hey! Shoot it! Put it on! Oh! Tavares with a chance, can't bury it. Kerfoot's got to get back, and Brody's got to get back too, as the Lightning counter.
In on Tavares and not allowing that one to get through to Vasilevsky.
Oh. Brody was looking for maybe a more clear opportunity. Gosh, I would have liked to see him put that into the muck, into the chaos, and see how the Lightning handle it. Good chip out to Blackwell, who will rush it into the Lightning zone. He's into a battle with Cal Foote.
They've scored either one.
Leafs get reinforcements over the boards, I believe. Nope, that's still the fourth line out there. Spezza does a good job. Holds it in. Still holding it in. Come on, Vintage. Blackwell in there. Bang! Oh! Spezza with the big hit on Paul. The Lightning break it out, but uh-oh. Scotiabank Arena! It's rocking! Hagel with the puck in the Leafs end, and then Kasha will probably just look to get it deep. I'm surprised the Leafs aren't changing right now. Well, Spezza didn't anyway. Got it deep. Camp is out there. Leafs hold it, and Spezza did end up changing there. I believe Engvall came on for him. Kasha in the corner. He's got to get off. He's been out there an eternity. Lyubushkin throws it into the corner. He didn't realize Kasha was changing, and that turns it over. The Lightning come the other way, and they'll get an odd man rush. Oh, boy. Anthony Cirelli almost with a clear break there. And that's at least the second miscommunication Lyubushkin's had with a forward here tonight. Mikheyev, little stop up. Works it back. Brody, Muzzin. How good has Muzzin looked in this series, given how his regular season went? Oh, rebound! Leafs. Oh, and Vasilevsky won't allow a rebound there. The Leafs showing a little bit of life, and oh.
That's what you try to do is get the crowd in.
Was that just Vasilevsky looking for the puck? I don't know if he's capable of injuring his groin.
Here's that bounce back pass, and great stick there by Palat. Didn't allow John Tavares to get there.
That dude's an alien. Here's that hit from Spezza. Whoa! I don't know how big of a hit it was. I think he just tripped over Blackwell's feet, but screw it. Vasilevsky makes the save. Leafs with the ozone draw. Can't hold the zone. The Lightning will get it out. Here's Ross Colton. Yeah, Hagel not able to stay onside.
Colton has moved up and down the lineup, but you did not expect that he would move up in the absence of Brayden Point.
I just can't imagine with losing Point, it disrupts.
Gotta say, I thought my heart rate would be higher. It was ridiculous in the first.
The Colton line with Paul and Hagel.
Ross Colton.
John Cooper has trusted them so much to play.
Got to worry about him. He was a huge factor earlier in this series. The Leafs have gotten him under control a little bit, but any Lightning player can be effective in a flash. Shot on net, high and wide. Lightning with a little bit of possession in the Leaf zone. Their first bit of that in a while here. Leafs chip it out. It won't be ice, though. Here comes Marner. Laying the body on Brandon Hagel. I like it. Tavares over the boards. Oh, no! Corey Perry shoots! Stopped by Campbell. The Lightning breaking the Leafs' ranks on that one. There's a scoring chance, and it'll lead to an offensive zone draw. Oh, Giordano has it go through him. Justin Hall not able to get to the puck before Perry does. That's a good read from Perry. And ooh, he knows it was close. Why did they wear mouth guards? They're decorative at this point.
So does this fourth line for John Cooper get a little more ice?
Boo! Be loud so we can't hear. Whoa! Leafs do a good job off that face-off. Lyubushkin pressured though, and he's got to deal with the linesman. Willie will get it out, but he turns it over, and the Lightning ring it right back in. Sloppy play off this draw, which I think suits Tampa just fine because it's sloppy play in the Leaf zone, and they hold the line. Here's Corey Perry with the puck again. He'll put it on. Stopped by Campbell, who has been a rock in net for the Leafs in this series. We're still less than 6 minutes gone in this second period. There was a stretch, I think it was last game, where there wasn't a whistle for about 7 minutes. Tonight hasn't been quite like that, has it? Face off in the Leaf zone. It's Camp out there with Engvall and Mikheyev, Brody and Muzzin. Leafs getting all their defensive weapons out there. Mikheyev. Oh! Goes offside. Lightning just stuff the Leafs at the blue line. Oh, full of less of that thing. Cirelli turns it out fair! Whoa! And Kucherov almost had a breakaway. Muzzin breaks it out. Staggered attempt to enter the Lightning zone is stuffed again. And the Lightning, that's now back-to-back zone entry attempts from the Leafs, stuffed at the blue line. Leafs get it deep. Not able to hold the zone. That's a theme we don't want to see. It's a theme we don't want to see. We don't want to see the Lightning having success stopping the Leafs at the blue line. We don't want the Leafs dumping it in only to have the Lightning retrieve it right away like this. It's a trend we don't want to see continue. Here come the Lightning. Kaloran in front of Paul. Stopped! Oh my goodness, what a stop! And Blackwell, with speed, gets it deep to Spezza like a bat out of hell. That's as fast as I've ever seen him in a Leaf uniform. Back to retrieve it. Flub pass to Riley. Over 7 minutes gone here in the second period. It is Lightning 1, Leafs 0. And once again, the Leafs get it deep. Leafs try to pinch. Doesn't work. And the Lightning break it out. Ah! Oh my God. Brandon Hagel lost everyone there. The Leafs getting sloppy here. The Lightning are really figuring them out. Keep losing the coaching battle over the last 2-3 minutes. Lightning getting players in deep and in scoring position, even though they didn't manage to get the puck. And they're stuffing the Leafs at the blue line and finding ways to pinch the Leafs off in their own end. This is not good. Keefe has to adjust immediately. Something the Leafs have struggled with grossly in many of their elimination game losses over the years is their failure to struggle. Matthews puts it on, bobbled by Vasilevsky. And a screw it, I'll do it myself shift from Matthews would be pretty nice. Bunting, he's been all around it tonight. He'll get it to the point. Justin Hall, he likes to get involved. Here's Tavares now. Oh, Tavares, swings loose, shoots, scores! Scotty Toronto! The captain of the Leafs struggled so mightily at the beginning of this series. Game 5, his best game to date. Game 6, his best game to date. And in Game 7, he gets the Leafs on the board. And why aren't they celebrating what happened?
The official Eric Furlan with the arm up.
There could be an No!
Chris, the arm went up immediately. I know with the crowd.
You're joking. Justin Hall's going to the box for interference? Is that what I heard?
Leaf Square was up on their
They're going to negate a Game 7 goal because of a Justin Hall interference call. Where?
Cirelli here. There's the pick right there.
Holy cow! That
goal goes in, but it's not going to count.
They blew the whistle before he scores. Oh my God! Can we show that again? I know we're in commercial break. Is it possible to show that again? Probably not. We'll have to clip it. We'll have to clip it first. We don't have a broadcast truck. I told you the next. Yes, producer Steph is on it. I'm shocked. I knew that we all knew that the next penalty was going to the Leafs. We all knew. 2 penalties to 1. That's I got to see it again. I understand. Like what we've said for so long is if it affects possession, they're going to call it. But I got to see it again because it looks like Hall is skating at the absolute speed of smell. He's borderline standing still. And that's an unbelievable moment in this game. They think they've tied it because of a goal from their captain, and instead the Leafs head to the penalty kill? Oh dear. Very oh dear. What a turn of events. We're not going to need to cut it because I assume we're going to come back from commercial break and they're going to show it.
question about the call.
Well, you could see
Here it
Hall
is.
just tried to stop
Oh,
and get out
boy.
of the way, and they
Oh,
set
boy.
the pick for Cirelli. Tavares did an excellent job eluding traffic behind the net.
That's a
taking those
penalty in
strokes.
game
Steven Stamkos,
7 of the
as
Stanley
John
Cup
Cooper has said,
playoffs.
often is the official on the bench, and Kyle Dubas doesn't like it. Stamkos gets his call, and as you said, one of these critical moments here. Instead of a tie game, you got to try to kill off a penalty. You know the killer
Forget the
instinct
fact
of
that
the
it's not a
defending
goal.
champs. Try hard to get one
That
now.
tip of the iceberg. Leafs are on the penalty kill right now.
Dangerous on the first power play of the
People have given lobotomies in Stanley Cup playoff games and not been called. Nikita Zadorov wasn't called for his hit on Luke Glendening. Leafs are on the penalty kill because of that.
in front, and it's Marner's going to intercept.
Leafs are on the penalty kill because of that. In game 7.
The net there if he didn't pass. If he was in shot mode, Jack Campbell was a
Shocking!
little late picking up that pass. I thought he had the majority of
Good
the net.
Lord!
And of course, no Braden Point on this power play.
You should have called it offside. You owe the Leafs every call for the rest of the night. Shocking! 40 minutes in, or 40 seconds in. Block shot from Giordano. A shot he should have never had to block because the Leafs shouldn't be on the penalty kill right now. Stamkos to the point.
Kucherov down low. It's Killorn. A whack at it.
Campbell with the stop.
Will pounce on that.
Call it! Call it! Call it! Call it! We're calling everything! Call it!
And didn't take. The one that he did,
Yuck,
Giordano
Slicks!
just reads this perfectly. His job as that left D is keep a spy eye on the one-timer, and look at him just...
The NBA is a real league.
That's got to hurt on the inside. But
They issue a report.
By Jack Campbell, got the pad down and then able to get the glove.
They correct their officials' mistakes. And on occasion, they make refs available. We have so much more access to the refs in the real league that is the National Basketball Association.
And the Leafs have killed the first half of it.
I cannot believe what just happened. And Killorn was just able to punch a Leaf in the face.
There's Hedman again. Kucherov, no shot.
Lightning working it around. Under a minute to go in this penalty that the Leafs should absolutely not be killing.
Swatted that, but can't disrupt it. Back to Stamkos again.
Horrible.
5 power play goals for the Lightning.
30 seconds to go here. Hedman puts it on. Rebound. Oh, what a stop by Campbell. Unbelievable. Puck don't lie. Here's Hedman. Shoots. Stop. Why? Because the puck doesn't lie. Work him. Work him. Get a shorty. Hedman.
Finds Kucherov again.
Under 10 seconds to go. Stamkos. Stop. Leafs will break it out. And down the ice. Puck don't lie.
The fans tell the story there, don't they, Campbell?
That's one of the worst calls in recent memory. Good Lord. Good Lord. Both of those guys, both of these guys have officiated over 1,000 games in the National Hockey League and over 100 Stanley Cup playoff games. What chance do we have? What chance do we have? None. Doomed. I'm not talking about the Leafs, I'm talking about the sport. Good Lord. Under 9 minutes to go here in the second. A Leafs win in this game would be nothing short of heroic.
And no icing on the play. Matthews lines up Chernak and got a piece of him as they've got something going. Now a stretch for Matthews at the Lightning line. It'll bounce down deep. And
Producer Drew, slam dunk, dang it.
Taking off the puck there, and Belmar sends it ahead too far from Maroon. He'll chase after the gate ball.
Well, careful, Justin.
Justin Hall and outlet for Engvall.
Careful. Justin Hall's on the ice. We call that. We call that. Leafs on. Muzzin stopped. Vasilevsky gobbles it up.
There are key moments in every
And we'll get an offensive zone draw after the Leafs kill a penalty that they should have never been killing. Amazing play by TJ Brodie to keep this a 1-goal game that should be tied. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. I'm at 125 beats per minute, for those wondering. For those of you who just tuned in, while I was mid-conniption, John Tavares gets the puck in open ice. He shoots and scores. Building goes nuts. But the whistle went because of a Justin Hall interference call that we'd be calling soft if it was October 14th. It's May 14th. Saturday, May 14th. Game 7. And that's one of the most shocking calls I've ever seen in a Game 7. Wow. Now, someone sent me a tweet that they made. Let me see if I can find it. From Richard Coffey. If you care about the Maple Leafs playoff history on Saturdays, since 1993, overall record 13-8-2. Toronto was played in Game 7 on a Saturday in 1990, Toronto last played in Game 7 on a Saturday in 1993 in every single series. 3-2 OT win over Detroit, 6-0 win over St. Louis, and 5-4 loss to LA. Hey, who remembers a funky call, or rather non-call, from that series? Anyone? No? Brody puts it on. Blocked. In traffic, the Lightning turn it up the other way. The Leafs have to win this game. Not just because it's Game 7. You gotta win this game for justice. Hey, there you go. There you go. Stripes. Way to help him out. Way to help him out.
DJ Brody looks up ice. Red line, dumps it in. He's going to go after it.
TJ Brody going deep.
And it reaches Belmar.
Lightning doing a really good job. Gumming up the works, making it difficult for the Leafs to get sustained zone pressure. Pressure that they haven't had since they had their goal stolen. 7:20 to go here in the first.
At center, Riley knocked down by Hitman. Here's Labushkin, chased back by Killorn.
Labushkin.
Up ahead, and Matthews unable to come up with that.
He's been a little bit in survival mode tonight. We need him to thrive. We need every Leaf to thrive, especially when that man is on the ice, Austin Matthews. The Lightning having the puck in the Leaf zone and stepping on it. That is A-okay with them.
The former North Bay Battalion swings it back in deep. Labushkin there for the Leafs. And now Marner gets them pointed in the right direction. Marner of the line.
Marner breaking it into Matthews. He's got Riley. Yeah! Call that one back! Call that one back! Morgan Riley! Drafted 10 years ago! Gets the Leafs on the board! For the just goal to tie it! 6:35 to go in the second period, and the Leafs tie it for the second time! First team to ever tie a game twice and have it still be 1-1. Roost it! Top corner! Marner, what a pass! Matthews to Riley. Brody jumped up in the rush last play. Riley jumps up this time. Get up, Toronto! Just like my heart rate, and just like that puck. 1-1. Let's go indeed. Mr. Morgan.
Jumping up, and he's made this a hockey game, and listen to the crowd's reaction. 13-25.
Look at that building. God, I love you guys, and I love doing these streams. But wouldn't it be fun to be there? I know at least 5 people there. Leafs get it deep. A little bit of loose play going here. Leafs got to be careful. Adrenaline works both ways. Wow! Oh! What an opportunity in front. The Leafs still have it. Brody. Engvall throws it on. Blocked. Can they hold the line? They can't. Ah, they can't. Just don't get caught. I don't think there's a fan in their seat right now. Blackwell gets it deep. He attacks foot. Oh, he found some open ice. Couldn't hit Kasha. Leafs lose it, but they will at very least get it deep. Which if you're the fourth line, that works A-okay. My mom has texted me to calm down. No. I cannot. When have you ever seen me calm down, mother? Justin Hall. Well, careful. Careful. He's on the ice. He's on the ice. They're going to call it. A little over 5 minutes to go here in the second period. Leafs 1, asterisk, Lightning 1. Campbell's been really confident behind his own net tonight. And it's been working so far, but you're killing me, Smalls. Nylander holds it in. Tavares lost his stick. The Lightning break it out. Here comes Cirelli. Blocked. Oh! It's not interference. Willie with a partial break. He'll get a chance for a great shot. Oh! Ow! Jeez. I lifted up my rolling chair and sat right on my big toe. Game 7. It's intense. I am the color of a tomato. If a tomato can feel so much pain in its toe. The Leafs ice the puck 4-1-9.
All kinds of pressure again, following up the tying
to go in the second.
Inside, trying to go up top. Gets a little bit too high off the bar. Now a play at the line. Look at keeping the legs moving, keeping the puck to the outside, trying to draw Vasilevsky across to his left. Just got it a little too high. Back up to the left side of the net.
4:19 left in the second. And a face-off win for Killorn. Hedman, and that hit Matthews in front of the net, and the Leafs will clear.
Had a bit of a technical glitch there. I promise it wasn't my toe. I saw Braden Point limp off the ice. I'm not going to complain about my toe. Leafs survive a face-off in their own end. And they get it deep. Marner shadowing Hedman. But Hedman, for a big man, can skate. Try to throw it in front. Muzzin handles that. The Leafs will get it out. Bunting to Brody. The Leafs have really activated their D. Matthews with the shot, and oh! Bunting almost with the rebound. Marner getting back. Uh-oh, here comes Tampa. Decent opportunity here. Oh, and they score! Nick Paul again! Squeaks by TJ Brody after the Leafs had such a good opportunity to go up 2-1 at the other end of the ice. Nick Paul with a great play. Oh, Matthews stopped high by Vasilevsky. He barely knew where that rebound was going. Muzzin knocked over by Killorn. But Brody's there. Paul comes up with the puck, and the Lightning regain the lead, this time 2-1. Nick Paul, 0 career playoff goals. When this game began, now he's got 2.
Just an excellent play. You talk about confidence. You get your first career playoff.
Brody and Marner, the 2 D-men back. I don't see a mistake there. I just see a really good play from Paul. Really good play from Paul. And the Leafs now have to tie it up again.
And I think he was a bit of an acquired taste for John Cooper, who
just over 3 minutes to go here in the second. Scotiabank, you can't be quiet. Maple Leaf Square, you can't be quiet. You at home, you can't be quiet. Let's go. I can't be quiet. I don't know how. Here come the Lightning. Ross Colton, shifty, stopped by Jack Campbell. But it'll be a defensive zone draw here.
3 minutes and 7 seconds apart. Morgan Riley gets the Leafs even, but at 16:32, Nick Paul puts Tampa.
What's that face? What's that face? You're only here because the Sens suck. Like, relax. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. If you're just tuning in, where to begin? Where to begin? The first period was good. It was exciting. One mistake at the offensive blue line leads to a 3-on-2 the other way. Nick Paul makes it 1-0 off the rebound. Second period. John Tavares squeaks loose, shoots, scores, top corner. Building blows off, or roof blows off the building. Goal is called back because the whistle went because Justin Hall took an interference penalty. When you see it, I promise you won't believe it. If you're watching hockey for the first time, you might. If you've ever watched a hockey game before in your life, if you've ever watched the Stanley Cup playoffs before in your life, if you've ever seen a Game 7 before in your life, you simply will not. These are two of the best officials in the game. God help us all. Later in the game, Mitch Marner to Austin Matthews to Morgan Riley. He scores, roofs it on Vasilevsky. It's tied 1-1. And just now, on the rush, Nick Paul with a really impressive play. Getting by TJ Brody. Barely any time to prepare if you're Jack Campbell. It's just a really good play. Really good. Ironically, lightning quick play from Nick Paul. Makes it 2-1 Lightning.
To find a way here again in Game 7, Chris.
And the Leafs now.
Point just a spectator now after one shift early in the second period.
Try to tie it again. Tavares loses the D-zone draw. Leafs pressure at the blue line. It doesn't work. Lightning in front and off the post. Campbell, rebound. Get it. Kucherov, blocked. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Perhaps the hockey gods smiling down on the Leafs, gifting them a no goal there. The Lightning offside.
Offside. Well, you got Campbell getting a little tap to his post on this.
I'll be okay.
Play down low, but then he comes back with an
Kucherov off the bar. Campbell, amazing stop, and Cirelli overcommits. Tavares clears it out of the slot.
Just making sure he gets the clear.
Under 2.5 to go here in the second. The shots are 19-13 in favor of the Lightning.
Campbell able to react and get the one off Cirelli as the second chance.
Leafs got to get more than 13 shots on Andrei Vasilevsky.
After the tying goal by Morgan Riley, but the two-time Stanley Cup champions.
Now you got to get at least 3 goals on Andrei Vasilevsky in a Game 7. Sorry, did I say 3? I meant 4. Because only 3 of them are going to end up counting. I think the final score, I forgot to say this off the top, I think it's going to be 4-2 Leafs with an empty netter. And it's me saying it right now. Sergachev in the corner. Oh, what a pass! Oh! Oh my God, I thought they scored on their own net for a sec. Lightning had a clear odd man rush, catching the Leafs off a line change. And with about 90 seconds to go, here comes Mitch Marner with speed. Trying to get around the Lightning. Game 7 rules, baby. Unless you're Justin Hall. That's less interference than what Justin Hall did. Sure. Okay. Good sport. Very good.
And he'll send it down into the Leaf zone. Just over a minute remaining here in the second.
Labushkin is having a bit of a struggle here in Game 7. That's a good exit, though, to Riley. Activated. Here's Bunting. Bunting getting in close. Perhaps too close. Gets it around. Brody. Slap pass. Bunting on. Rebound. Bunting's had a good little Game 7. Let's see if they can tie it up before intermission. Brody on. Blocked. You got to get back. You got to get back, and the Leafs need fresh bodies here for the change. Kampf coming over the boards. I imagine Matthews and Marner went over the boards as well. The other way. And here's Engvall on the attack. Leafs can't hold the zone. Brody's got to look out. Good pass to Muzzin. Keefe not shying away from that deep pair at all. Justin Hall skating back. Cross-checked into the boards by Kucherov. Who cares? I wasn't picky about that until that call. Stamkos.
Glove to hit by
Engvall batting at it 3-2-1. Second period is over, and the Leafs head into the third down 2-1 to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Here's another look at that opportunity. Morgan Riley just, oh my gosh, shanks that puck wide, so narrowly missing the net that it actually hit the side of it. My heart, your heart, our heart can handle at least one more period of this. Oh, we like to have fun. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. I'm Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. And if you're looking for something to wet your whistle, perhaps the limited edition Stanley Cup batch of Molson Canadian, brought to you by Molson Canadian. It is a special limited edition batch of Molson Canadian that was kissed by the Stanley Cup itself in the Molson Canadian Brewery. You can get that at the LCBO or other places where they sell Molson Canadian. Specifically, the limited edition, limited time only Stanley Cup batch of Molson Canadian. Few questions and then we'll get to some more content. Creepy Cat, is it weird? I'd rather be down 2-1 than up 2-1. We got him where we want him. It is weird, but I get it. We're both weird. Rick, we need to stop this Tampa Bay third line. They're killing us. I mean, I agree. I agree, but are you gonna make your whole plan down a goal heading into the third period of a game 7? Are you going to make your plan around shutting down the Lightning's third line? Leafs, I think their instinct, everyone's instinct when you're down with limited time left, is to cheat offense. But what the Lightning showed there at the end of the period, Palat with that opportunity, I didn't even see who he passed it to. Tried to pass it to, thanks to Morgan Riley. And thank goodness, because that's going in. I love Jack, but that is a grade A, B, C, D chance plus. And there's a really good chance that would have gone in. So what do they got to do? They did a decent job activating their D. It got them a goal. It got them on the board. Is that what ended up costing them the 2-1 goal? The second Nick Paul goal? I don't know if it is. Like the first play, the first goal that the Lightning scored, it's an error at the offensive blue line, right? It's Lyubushkin making a miscalculation, thought he had support, he doesn't. That goal? Yeah, Muzzin's knocked down, but he's got Marner back. Marner wasn't a factor. It's just Nick Paul beating Brody because I think he found a puck that went off of one of their skates. Gets a quick shot. I mean, you got to give it to Nick Paul. If the Leafs can continue to do what they were doing there, especially in the back half of the second, they were really starting to break Tampa's ranks. They were starting to get offensive zone possession. They were starting to crowd the net a little bit more. They were starting to generate rebounds. If they can do that, their season will continue after this third period. But they're going to have to do that to get the season to continue. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Frisky Kitty, I think I'd be more mad if the whistle for a penalty didn't go off before Tavares shot it in. So I didn't hear the whistle, obviously, because I don't get the game feed in my headphones. I mean, what a gut punch. What a gut punch. So you all probably knew before I did. But I was losing my mind as if the Leafs had just tied the game. I'm sure most people in the building were too. And then they did. And then the Lightning get the goal right back. Maybe we should all be wearing heart rate monitors. I'm going to go for a quick break. But don't go away. Because we got some Sportsnet original content coming at you. When we come back, I'll be back with the remainder of Game 7 between the Leafs and Lightning here in 2022. Enjoy.
David Ayres, the emergency goaltender. He's from Whitby, played some junior B. But can't get the puck over the line, and Ayres makes a lovely save. Puck's up for grabs. Ayres is down, and he snatched that into his glove and stopped play. Faces a shot, makes the save. Keep the puck, David. You've just got a National Hockey League victory. 6-3 Carolina. Oh, man, look at that reaction.
The Toronto Maple Leafs lost an actual National Hockey League game to a 42-year-old in the Movies. The team should not have the urgency to get Game 7 control.
Hey guys, Steve Dangle here. I was asked to show up at Jeff Merrick's outdoor rink. Don't know why. He'll probably talk about some hockey from the 50s or something.
Hey guys, David Ayres here. I was asked to show up at Jeff Merrick's rink. Not sure why.
David Ayres. That YouTube guy. I'm Steve Dangle, this is David Ayres, and the rules are simple. 10-shot shootout revenge tour. How do you feel?
I'm gonna go one eye on this one.
Wow! Bad back versus bad knee. Shot number 1. Let's go. Here we go.
All right, let's roll.
I'm coming for you.
All right.
Woo! Oh, this guy. All right. I got 9 more. I can still go 9-1.
Shot 2?
Shot, yeah, you've only stopped 1 so far. Don't worry about it.
I thought I was going home already.
Wow, every goalie's gonna get lucky once. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You all right?
Hey, I'm good.
Dude, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That muffin was nothing like the Hyman one-timer that cracked my mask.
Okay.
We're good.
All right,
good.
fine. I gotta put a little more mustard on it. All right, so that's 2 warm-up shots now, best of 8.
I'm still waiting for Dangles still.
Oh,
I think you left Dangles at home.
Dangles? Okay. I wasn't
That's
ready.
old school.
I wasn't.
Hey, old school poke check all day.
Jesus. Okay. You ever want to get revenge on someone for something and it doesn't go nearly like you thought it would? Here we go.
Hey, you should get a better puck.
I need a different puck.
Yeah, that one didn't work.
This one says goal.
Okay.
Oh, this guy. Okay, so
Nothing.
He's got a good.
Nothing.
He's got a good 5-hole. He's got a good pad on one of them. He's got a good poke check. That's a lot of luck. It's a variety of luck. Is this 4? This is 4.
This is 5.
This one's 5. This one's 5. Can't shoot, can't count. What can I do? Oh! All right.
No dice.
No dice. Halfway through, this isn't going very well.
You should put a no in front of that jersey name on the back there.
Wow.
No Dangles.
Well, they should call you Ayres, but shut up and make a save.
Oh! Look at that.
Ow!
Oh, knuckle.
That actually hurt.
Guy throws a knuckleball in the net.
That's the key, kids. Aim the puck nowhere near where you were aiming, and you'll... Did that go in?
Yeah.
Yeah!
I'm not sure how that went in, though.
Because I'm really good.
That's true. You're excellent, actually.
Whoever's editing this, can you just put that 10 times? Can I go home? Are you still recording? Turn that. Woo.
Oh. You can do the rebound, too. I don't think that's going to go in yet. Hey? Guy comes hard on the rebound.
You know what's a great sign of a good goal scorer? He sounds surprised every time he scores. I don't think it should count.
No goal.
No goal, fine. It's like the shootout.
That's right.
Brad Marchand. Oh, where'd it go?
That's 9.
Whoa!
What is this guy doing? We're going to get you a contract. You're going to stand in the slot and just rip it anywhere.
For all the Twitter people who said this is easy, you're absolutely right. Like, you're totally right.
So easy. 2 for 9.
You know, when you put it like that, it's not very good.
Everybody gets lucky a couple times.
Okay. We'll see.
Guy's 5-hole. He's got no 5-hole. Kevin Weeks. That's another Hurricanes legend. David Ayers, are you ready? Been ready the whole time, bud. YouTube guy who screams 42-year-old Zamboni. Are you still 42? 43 now. Oh, wow. I'm a little slower now. We'll see. Ah, cheap. Big one. Big one. Big one. Big dub. I don't want to hurt my knee again. That hurt. Whew, that was fun. It was pretty good going 12 for 10, I think, wasn't it?
Whoa. 3 for 10? Three lucky ones, 7 saves by me.
7 saves on warm-up shots, all right? You know what, Dave? It was an honor to take shots against you.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a 42-year-old Zamboni driver. I can't believe 3 goals went in from a 32-year-old blogger who works for Sportsnet. Like, come on.
Roger Sportsnet. Get a cable package. Woo!
Oh no.
No!
Maybe get your head up.
Good effort though.
Like Charlie Conway out there, triple deacon, eh?
So here's me playing hockey. I only started like 2-3 years ago, and I wanted to get your thoughts.
Okay, great. Yeah, no, I'd love to give them to you.
Yeah, let's see it. Choppy stride. You'll work on some crossovers maybe.
I mean, those jerseys are nice. That's bad.
A little flat-footed, but it's all right.
Effort's excellent though.
This is you, eh, in the green?
Yeah.
No!
I mean, do you work on skating and stuff, or do you? Oh no.
That's you shooting the puck. Yeah. Pretty short release. Not much jam behind it. We can maybe bend the knees a little bit more.
It's all arms on the shot and no lower body in there.
You can shoot. You can't skate the greatest. You're not really looking where you're going.
I'm really good.
Wow. At least you scored on him.
Goal celebration, I don't know. So. You might need a little more deception in your moves. They all kind of look the same.
Are you in net now with the blue pad? Play any position? That's pretty solid. You don't see that too much anymore.
King Clancy.
I love it, King Clancy.
I don't know how you got your hands on the Marlies practice jersey. You're gonna have to talk to someone in your organization about that.
You don't seem to have much lateral movement. I do appreciate the Billy Ramford 2-pad stack, though.
They make the stellar one, but let the squeakers in. Yeah, it's classic.
I mean, you look pretty good. Like, if you see anything in my game, let me know.
Believe me, I will. You'd never score on me like that, right?
That just looks unathletic, kind of though. That's not a matter of hockey ability. That's just athleticism, I think.
Give me a grade. What's my school grade on the ice?
Your school grade on the ice. I mean, it all depends. Like, are you first grade or?
How old are you at this point?
This is like last year, 2 years ago.
Okay.
Not a child.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say. I don't love it. I don't love what I'm seeing.
Grade your game. I'd say it's incomplete.
Oh,
I would say we need to work on it a little bit. It might be too early for grading.
Yeah, did not hand in assignment.
Did not hand in assignment properly, yeah.
Let's just continue to enjoy the game the way you're enjoying it.
It's gotta be like downwards to an F or something like that, I gotta say.
Yeah, downwards towards it, but not a straight up F.
Not a straight up F, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not overly impressed. There's not a lot there that was positive, but if you're trying, having fun, I guess that's all that matters.
Were you having fun?
No.
Oh, well, then maybe do something else.
Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. You want to see me turn the lights on? You want to see? Well, so, had a little bit of a discussion while you were all watching that extremely entertaining content by me about the Justin Hall penalty / Tavares no goal. It is not as black and white as I made it seem when I was upset. I'm wrong and right at the same time, and here's why. Is that a penalty? So we'll start with that question. Is it a penalty? The answer is yes. It's a penalty. It's a pick, right? Hall stands in the way of, I think it was Stamkos. Stands in the way, leads to Tavares having the puck. Him having the puck leads to him shooting the puck, leads to him scoring. So we've talked about this before. It leads to Tavares having possession. It's an infraction that affects possession. The refs are going to call that. The refs called that. Here's the second question. Since when does it matter if it's a penalty? And it's a legitimate question. Okay? Because the first few games of this series, everything was called. Everything was called. And maybe in the first game of the series, I would have expected this to be called. Because they were calling everything. But then what happened? They stopped calling everything. The standard changed. And by the standard changed, and they stopped calling everything, I mean, the officials started to call only some of the infractions. And this is the stupid thing about just letting them play that I'll never be able to understand. You know, you watch game 1 and game 2 and all the penalties that there were, and the old school guys get all snarky and they go, "Is this what you want? Is this what you want?" No, what I wanted was for them to stop taking penalties. And I didn't have any complaints to the first 2 games. Even in the one where, what did the Leafs take 7 penalties in game 2 leading to the loss? I wasn't complaining about the penalties being called. I wanted the Leafs to stop taking penalties. They were calling game 1 and 2 the way they called 05-06. And everyone looks back at the 05-06 season, Crosby's rookie season, Ovechkin's rookie season, the first season after the full season lockout. I have to specify full season because this sport just loves a good lockout. But after the 04-05 lockout, they changed the rules. And lots of penalties were called. There were lots of power plays. Goals went up. Highlights for Ovechkin went up. Highlights for Crosby went up. The league flourished, and they decided, you know what? All the success, it's too much. We don't need this. And rather than wait for NHL players to adjust to the new rules, rather than allow NHL players to adjust to the new rules, they said, you know what? This is too hard. We're not going to do this. And over the years, steadily, and we can prove this, like they've kept track of this stuff. Over the years, steadily, penalties went down. Power play opportunities went down. Because, what did players stop committing infractions? No, they just stopped calling them. So, Steve, that's a penalty. You'll have to forgive me because since when has it mattered that it's a penalty? Third period.
In the series, they have outscored.
I can tell you there ain't going to be no penalties in this one. You think they're calling something in the third? I don't think so. Leafs down 2-1 against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Season on the line for both teams. Can the Leafs change the narrative? Or can the Lightning continue their reign? Matthews, Bunting, and Marner creating chaos, finding open ice. This could be something here. Oh, and the Lightning just cut off Matthews. I saw what Muzzin was going for, and so did the Lightning.
And the puck into the Leaf bench.
Question from the chat. Medi, do you like Wes McCauley? He's fine. He's fine. I don't particularly care. I just want the bar to raise in hockey. Because he goes 5 minutes fighting, and he's been doing the same bit for years. And every time he does, we go, ah! and we slapped the hell out of our knees and we retweeted into oblivion and we're like, yo, this guy's jokes. Oh boy, we got a 3-on-1 for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Justin Hall, the only man back. Where's the puck? Batted out. Oh my goodness. What did I say? What did I say in second intermission? Leafs are going to cheat offense. They're going to activate their D. The Lightning are going to try to counter. Boy, I don't know if you want to open that door. They're too good at it. Riley Brody out there. I don't know if it's on purpose or if they're just caught in a line change. It looks like it's on purpose. Down a goal, why not? Earlier in the game, one of you asked, when are the Leafs going to shorten their bench? Right there. Partial 2-on-1. The Lightning put it on. Corey Perry stopped by Jack Campbell. Let's get another look at this 3-on-1. I'm sure that's what they're about to show on the broadcast. Oh, look at me. Look how smart I am. I don't know what Giordano's going for there. You don't have support. You're not going to win that race. That's a terrible calculation. Sergachev with an unreal pass to Perry. Perry's smart. You know, you could say that's maybe not the best shot. It's a shot. And it led to an offensive zone draw for the Lightning. Brian, what's your strategy if you're Keefe? Not what's happened so far. Because the Leafs look dangerous once, the Lightning have looked dangerous at least twice. Uh-oh, Muzzin flubs it. Can the Leafs get it out? They do. They shovel it over the line. Doesn't help their breakout very much. Camp out there with Kasha. Keefe's got the blender out big time. Really shortening that bench. Lightning flying in. Oh! Jack Campbell equal to it. Oh, no. Oh, another shot on net. The Leafs not having a good start to this third period at all. The Lightning looking like the better, much more composed team. My bad soup, Hall says there. Let's see what his bad was. Oh, yeah, that was pretty bad. He tries to... Oh, man. Oh, man. No kidding, you're bad, Soup. You thank Soup forever. You give him the stick tap. If that goes in, you should just trade yourself. Goodness. Kerfoot gives it to Nylander on the entry. Leafs ring it around. Giordano again not able to hold the line. Scampers back though, less danger that time. Tavares, was that onside? Yes, it was, and the Leafs not able to hold the line. Giordano's out there with Brody now. Here's the pass to Kerfoot. Kerfoot over to Nylander, and Nylander can't get the pass. But can he keep the puck? He will, but the Leafs were scampering back, and I don't hate that. Giordano out there with Brody. Keep getting Brody lots of ice here. Here comes Marner, flying in. Drops it for Matthews, shot! Blocked. Babushkin at the point. Into the slot for Marner. Marner turns around. Fires it into the slot. Bunting. Fans on it. Marner gets it back. Marner to Riley! Oh, he didn't like what he had. Matthews with the puck now. Bunting. Riley. Shot. Stuffing at it. The Lightning mauling him. This is all fine, by the way. Guys, we're calling everything. We're calling everything. We're calling the rule book.
You know, Tampa's expecting a push here down by
Sorry,
one.
I can't get over that.
Every chance he can to get
but I have to get over that. We got to forget it. The Leafs got to forget it. Just over 3 minutes gone. That was a heads-up play. I think that was Brody feeding Kerfoot there and just not able to get it over to Nylander.
And then Marner, what a pass this is.
Marner, oh. To Riley. Oh, man. Feels like he had some net to shoot at there. But I'm not the one staring down Andrei Vasilevsky. Those giant white pads. How do you know what's pad and what's net? Sergachev, I think, got bopped in the nose in that little scrum. He's not looking too comfortable as he heads back to the Tampa bench. Looking exhausted. Fourth line offensive zone draw here. Spezza Wins it back to Brody. Brody out there with Muzzin.
DJ Brody up high.
On! Oh, it just goes wide! Spezza throws it in front. No one's in front. Blackwell.
Going the other way.
The Lightning clear it, but this will be ice, and I think the Leafs are going to get the big boys over the board here for this one. Or maybe they'll decide it was too early in the shift and they'll leave the fourth line out. This was a great attempt. Oh, I didn't see the tip. Spezza scores that. Scotiabank needs a new roof.
Spezza tried to get it back the opposite way and just barely missed on the outside.
Fourth line's still out there. Spezza's going to get kicked out of this draw, but Blackwell's the center too.
Waved out, it'll be Blackwell.
That's okay.
Against Paul.
We'll see what he's got. Loses the draw. The Leafs lose the zone, but they keep the puck. Lightning getting some fresh legs over the boards. Muzzin coming in. Caution going to the net. Ow! Oh, Spezza almost gets the rebound there, and here come the Lightning. Back out the other way. Blackwell in a dogged foot race with Paul. Paul crashing the net. Oh, Jack Campbell looks hurt. Jack Campbell looks very hurt. He looks come out of the game hurt. This is a disaster. This is potential disaster for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And he's getting up immediately. Eric Källgren is the Leafs' backup. He won Swedish League playoff MVP last year. And if I'm not mistaken, in his one game in relief, is that game 4? He didn't allow a goal. Campbell back in net, shaking it off. And we know Campbell has played through pain before. Remember that Calgary game, Matthew Tkachuk falling on him. And Jack Campbell, in the nicest way possible, saying, "Over my dead body." Here's Nick Paul crashing the net. And I don't think that's Blackwell pushing him in. Let's see. That's just Paul driving the net, and he goes through the goalie. And if you know what goalie interference is, let us know. You could argue that Blackwell helped him in. Campbell still in the game.
You hope he's okay. You hope he's not trying to tough it out like Braden Point did.
I just realized I was holding onto the table with both hands. Expect the Lightning to try to just get a simple one on Jack. He wants to stay in the game. He thinks he's mobile enough. Let's test him. That's what I'd be doing if I was the Lightning. Oh my God, Mikheyev. Well, he knew no one was in front of the net. And we got a stretch pass for Engvall. Almost working. The Leafs have been attacking Cal Foot tonight a little bit, and there he is flattening one of the Leafs' biggest guys in Engvall. Oh! Riley with a hit there. Stiff at the offensive blue line. A little under 5 minutes into the third period here. Nearly goals on both sides, but nearly is not enough. Jack Campbell almost taken out of this game. Playing just a stellar series for the Leafs, giving them every opportunity to win every game. Tavares digging at it. God, him tying this game up would be awesome. Anyone tying this game up would be awesome. I don't care if Jack Campbell fires it down the ice and scores himself. Kerfoot ringing it around for Nylander. Willie finds a way through. He's come on. Battle going on in front. JT. Oh, Riley just keeping it in. Kerfoot. Leafs can't hold the zone. The Lightning will scamper. Can the Leafs get it deep? They got a tired group too. And they weren't able to capitalize on the line change. Muzzin gets it in and somehow up and out of play. Yeah, Tavares is gassed. He's got to get off. Yeah, Campbell, Blackwell definitely helped Paul into Jack. I don't think it was a matter of, oh, you stupid idiot, like a guy flattening a guy into his own goalie. I think it was just a battle. And, like, what's Blackwell going to do? Let up on Paul? Let him get a hat trick in Game 7? I don't think so. I don't think anyone's at fault there. Just thank goodness Campbell is still in this game. 6 minutes to go here. His time seems to be speeding up.
And now McDonough. That pass doesn't
Much
work.
to the chagrin of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Marner throws it on.
Didn't arrive on the intended target.
Hall. Marner. Puck skips over his stick. Marner able to keep it. What a move! Oh, if he's able to pass that to Matthews, it might go in. And I believe Andre Palat will head to the box thanks to the shifty footwork and stick work of Mitch Marner. Much maligned for his performance against Montreal, Mitch Marner has been stellar, exemplary. And there's another one. Is that a pick? I guess so. Guess so. Lightning didn't score right after it, though. That was a hard pill to swallow. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Likes equal Leaf goals. If you're in this chat right now, if you're watching this right now, click like. For everyone who's been watching consistently, I don't know how to explain to you how effective likes have been. The Leafs have been down 2-0, and I'm like, look at the likes. They're crap. And then all of a sudden, the likes go up, and brrr, 1, 2, 3. Matthews, Tavares. Just like that. So how many likes we at now? The number's got to go up by 3,000. For goodness sake, by the end of the power play. Which is going to be before the 2 minutes is up, because the Leafs are scoring right here. It's too perfect. Leafs are looking to rewrite the narrative. They're looking to rewrite their own story. And they had such a good power play this season. One of the best in the entire NHL. After just a garbage power play last year. Heading into the playoffs, and it wasn't very effective in the playoffs either. Right now, they got a chance to tie up Game 7 against the reigning and defending back-to-back Stanley Cup champions in the third period at home.
Flexing it. Clearly he is still in
Sports rules.
some discomfort after this.
There's another look at Blackwell with Nick Paul. He takes a piece out of Nick Paul, too. Sort of under-talked about in that play. Campbell. That one smarted. Palat called for the hook. And if I'm not mistaken, he's a pretty key penalty killer for the Lightning. 2 minutes to save the season, baby. Tavares looks like he's getting kicked out of that draw. He didn't like that. 13:41 to go in the second period. 2 minutes or less left in this power play. Austin Matthews scrambles the draw. Gets it to William Nylander, who holds it. Matthews rips it on. Looking for a tip. Doesn't get it. Gets it to the point. Riley's looking for Matthews here. And he gets him. Shoots. Rebound. Willie's there to get it. Matthews. Willie! On! Stopped. Not hard enough. Marner. Oh! Great work to fight and hold on to it. Rebound in front! Rebound! Willie! He gets stripped! Nothing! Willie still has the puck! Do the Leafs hold it? They do! On! Puck at the side of the net. William Nylander's got it. To the point. Oh! Riley flubs it. The Leafs lose the zone. The Lightning will scamper to get players over the boards. Leafs first unit staying out there. Riley puts it on. Stopped by Vasilevsky.
That's the most dangerous it's looked.
1:05 to go in this power play.
You gotta score here when you get the chance. There's the first one time.
Oh, the Leafs coming so close to scoring. If you're just joining us, watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, because it helps the Leafs score. See? Click subscribe, tell all your friends. Tavares wins the draw with the help of Marner. First unit still out there. Riley puts it on. Tavares throws it in front! And the Lightning turn it up the other way. Will the Leafs second unit get on the ice? Hard to know. Riley's still out there. Usually the first guy to change, at least earlier in the series, was Riley going off for Giordano. And then the big boys would stay out there. The big boys are staying out there. Tavares. Over to Nylander. On! Rebound! What's going on? Marner calling for something. What was he looking for?
Under a half minute remaining, 6 shots for the Leafs.
And Chris, that's a power play that didn't score.
8 minutes gone here, 12 minutes to go in the third, 20 seconds to go in this power play. Second unit up over the boards. McDonough wanted something. He didn't know he had Mikheyev barreling down on him. Spezza, good job using the body. Bunting gets it to the point. Brody, you got to crash the net and put it on. And the Leafs do. Mikheyev, oh, he puts it through. Where's the puck? Spezza's got it.
A defenseman down, Ilya Mikheyev.
Shoots! Vasilevsky didn't know where it was. Leafs had 6 shots in that power play and didn't solve Vasilevsky. Leafs hold the line, though. Tampa, struggling. Blot breaks it out with Nick Paul again. The Leafs got a pretty funky line out there because of the second unit. They got to switch this up. Bogosian getting it, ringing it around. That was intentional. Leafs not able to get a hold of it here. Struggling a little bit. Kucherov's got it. Throws it in front. Locked up by David Kampf. Engvall hooks it out, but this is going to be ice. And was that Michael Bunting I saw? Still on the ice? He's got to be breathing heavy. God, time is going way too fast. Under 11 minutes to go here in this third. Brody puts it on off a pad, and oh! Mikheyev's so close. He knows. Still just under 11 minutes to work. The Leafs now leading the Lightning in shots for the first time, possibly in the whole game, since very early on. If I'm not mistaken, the Leafs were winning the battle early on. Lightning changed the tide there. Leafs working to get it out of the zone. This is a fourth line shift here for Tampa. Jack gobbles it up. He hasn't been too busy since getting hurt.
Download the BetMGM apps today and tap into the non-stop action in casino and sports.
You gotta click like, guys. You gotta click like. Don't have that face. Don't have that face. Get rid of these faces. Get up. Get up. If you have friends at the game, tell them not to waste this opportunity. Tell them you would kill to be there.
Nick Paul's second of the game.
And if you were there, you'd be screaming. Louder than screaming man Steve Dangle himself. Screaming louder than a rocket engine sending Commander Chris Hadfield to space. Leafs digging in the corner. They got to be mindful of the front of the net. John Tavares comes up with it. Nylander. Pass to Muzzin. Giving him the option. Muzzin puts it on. Goes way high. Leafs aren't able to hold it. And Justin Hall has got to be careful here. Got Patrick Maroon who will just get it deep. Yeah, you got to be able to win that puck battle. As Hall gets it back. It didn't look like a sure thing for a sec there. I was like, guys, this is a gimme. Not that it's Patrick Maroon, that it's Patrick Maroon and it's a 2-on-1. Here comes Austin Matthews, dumping it deep for Bunting, who has gotten better as the series has gone on and has played maybe his best game so far. Riley gloves it down, passes to himself. Out there with Lyubushkin. Riley turns it over in the D zone. Not good. Oh. Lyubushkin getting it back. Matthews tripping, so Marner had he didn't have the options that he thought he was going to have, so he sort of trips himself up. And that'll screw up the entry for the Leafs, and now they got to try to get it back from the Lightning. There's Blackwell. Fourth line out there. Marner staying out there. As Vasilevsky will glove it. Offensive zone draw. You're Sheldon Keefe. Who do you send over the boards? There's a commercial timeout too. TV timeout. Who's it going to be? The Matthews, Marner, Bunting line was just out there. Tavares, Nylander, Kerfoot, they were just out there, but it's game 7. It's the third period. You need a goal. Get those big breaths. Get them deep into your lungs. Use your diaphragm. That's how it's pronounced, right? It's not. It's diaphragm. What's the G doing there? I have a minor in English. But, like, who cares, right? When Ryerson told us all that, like, none of us knew. We're, like, paying thousands of dollars for school, and we're like, wait, oh. Yeah, you guys get an English minor when you graduate. And we're like, cool. So, I got to read some books? Yeah. Am I going to like any of them? No, probably not. Is this going to be useful at all in my career? I doubt it. All right, sign me up for 4 years of that, please. Watch the Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. I tell that little anecdote because I am just pumping right now. I am losing my mind because the Leafs have about half a period to go here to at least tie this game. Nick Paul entered this game without a Stanley Cup playoff goal in his NHL career. Now he's got 2. Morgan Riley gets the Leafs on the board. He tied it for a short time. We know Tavares has a shot good enough to beat Vasilevsky. But he's got to do it between the whistles this time. Jack Campbell getting run by Nick Paul, helped along by one of his own teammates in Colin Blackwell. In Scotiabank Arena getting loud as Tavares, Nylander, and Kerfoot over the boards. For that ozone draw, the Lightning get it out. What was that? Okay, we're good. Never mind. Lightning get it out. Icing. At least we'll get the ozone draw, and this has to be Matthews. Coming over the boards. Got him.
The Matthews line. This is a time where you know that Cooper's short one key man.
Yep, that was right. 8:37 to go here in the third. Who wants to barf? Not me! Because the Leafs are going to be fine. Matthews with a good chance of winning this face-off here. And he sort of does. Big line out there. Bunting. He's got Matthews in front. Lightning locking him up. Muzzin, put it on. Blocked. As long as you got support, I think go to the net and have one of the defenders put it on is probably a solid strategy. Whoa! Lightning almost scoring their own net, which would have been cool.
Bogosian knocked with the stick of Marner, but does come out to center. Matthews.
Brody, slick little pass to Matthews, who goes wide to Muzzin. Muzzin to Marner. Marner tries to put it in front, can't. Matthews is getting locked up at every turn. He's got to find himself some open ice. Leafs try to put it on, and this is the danger of putting it on from the point, but Bunting comes back. Kucherov in, and the Leafs break it up. Muzzin tries to get it up the boards. He's been out there a while now. Almost too many men on the ice. Good Lord, that'd be terrible in this third period. Muzzin finally getting off the ice. He looked frustrated there. 7.5 minutes to go here in the third period. Ilya Mikheyev, one of the fastest players in the league, flying in! Oh! Almost getting it up and over the blocker of Vasilevsky. Engvall. Mikheyev like a battering ram there at the net. The Leafs got traffic in front if they can get a shot through. Now they don't anymore. God, the Lightning are city TV everywhere. Kampf knocked down. Gets the puck, though, as he gets back to his feet. Giordano puts it on. That floater from the point has worked in this series. In fact, it worked last game. Matthews dipped it in for the Leafs' first goal. Lightning get it deep, and it'll be ice.
In Tampa Bay territory. When the Leafs are at their best, it's the speed.
6:44.
And here's a quick up. Mikheyev with speed to the outside.
Here's that chance from Mikheyev again. Look at it. He just can't lift the puck up enough. Almost over the pad. He can just. You know, Mikheyev, I thought, had the Leafs' best opportunities to win that overtime in Game 6 in Montreal last year. He had a couple decent opportunities last game. As we'll get a frozen puck here. Fortunate for the Lightning.
How big a play is that, though, to cover it?
And he's had probably the Leafs' best opportunities here of this third. You'd love to see one go in for him. You'd love to see one go for any of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Austin Matthews. He'd be okay. Killing it in the face-off dot tonight. Can he win his 12th out of 19?
Stamkos and Matthews head-to-head.
How aren't you, like, thank you. What are you complaining about? You went 3 times.
So it's Cirelli.
Matthews gets the win. Marner helps him out. Leafs put it on. It's in the air. Riley puts it on. Blocked. God. It really does feel like Tampa's playing with 7 skaters.
Riley will steer it behind the net.
Kucherov trying to make Riley's life difficult. Jeez, nice little stutter there from Brody helps the Leafs get in. But the Lightning scoop it right back out. Oh, almost a breakaway for Kucherov. Jack Campbell. That man has birthday parties for his cat. Are the Leafs offside? Looks like it. As we'll get a whistle.
You know, right now the pressure has been on, but so often it's just been a block. There's Cirelli unable to get.
Riley floated it on, and it was blocked by Cirelli. Man, the Leafs really do feel like they're knocking at the door, don't they? This game ain't ending 2-1. No. No shot. Leafs face off in their own zone. They're able to win it. But they haven't cleared. Till now.
Under 6 left now. Nick Paul.
Oh, fortuitous bounce that almost works in Kasha's favor. Kasha out there with Kerfoot and Tavares right now. Muzzin steamrolling in, but the Leafs need to regain the zone. Leafs will skate it back. It's 5.5 minutes to go here. Kerfoot gets it deep. Smushed by Bogosian.
Tavares knocked down. Kerfoot able to pry it loose. There's TJ Brody.
That's Matthews alone with the puck. Puts it on. Goes around. Giordano with a pinch. Leafs have support. Matthews crushing Brandon Hagel. I thought that was a 2-on-1. I didn't see Brody there. He was hidden in the corner. Leafs will get it out. Will this be ice? I think it will. Yep. 5 minutes to go here in the third period. Game 7. Season on the line. If the Leafs don't score here, their season is over. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends that we're in for a wild 5 minutes. Matthews out there for this D-zone draw.
Leafs have won 60% of the draws tonight.
Lightning not happy. Is this Flames jersey? Lightning not happy about this little waste of time because they had the icing. It suits the Leafs just fine as they get fresh legs over the boards. And here they come. You wonder when Jack Campbell's going to get pulled. Oh, Brody almost turning it over. This suits the Lightning just fine. What happened there? Offside. Or did it go out? Doesn't matter. Whistle. How we feeling, chat? How we feeling, chat? I keep telling you, chat, likes equal Leafs goals. Get one in there. Click like. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. Presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. I don't need to tell you what's at stake. I don't want to talk about the offseason. I don't want to talk about ifs and buts. You might be able to convince me with candy and nuts. The Leafs have a choice here. Tie the game or don't. Tie the game or don't. Steve, it's not that easy. They're taking on the back-to-back reigning, defending Stanley Cup champions in the Tampa Bay Lightning. Yes, that is true. That is true. But here in Game 7, at home, in Toronto, a right that you earned over the course of the entire regular season by being better than the Tampa Bay Lightning, you have to choose to show why you're better. If you're the better team, I think it is that simple. If it's meant to be, it is that simple. There is no try, only do. Who said that? Yoda? Was it Yoda? I don't remember. Yoda? Yoda's a Leaf fan. It was Yoda. Thank you, producer Stu. What was he, a Jedi? What color are their lightsabers? Oh, the Lightning wear the same colors. We should have never allowed them to do that. Stupid. 4 minutes and 33 seconds to go here in the third period. 4 minutes and 25 seconds to tie it. Can the Leafs do it? The Lightning applying immense pressure, making it difficult for the Leafs to break out, but they do. I think that suits the Lightning just fine, that breakout. It was stuffed at the blue line.
Bunting was trying to stretch the D out there to open up some ice for Marner, but Chernak did a nice job.
The Lightning's job here isn't just to stop the Leafs from scoring. They want to prevent the Leafs from getting sustained offensive zone pressure so they can't pull Jack Campbell. They almost hold the zone there, and they can't. Justin Hall scampering back. Under 5 minutes to go here. Do or die. Game 7, the scenario you dream about as a kid. He ties the game. This is your chance to make it a reality. Spezza out there in the dying minutes. He doesn't want to go home. Leafs put it on. It's wide. Spezza with an opportunity. Wide. Brody gets it deep. Willie stripped to the puck. He gets a little support from the captain. The Lightning get it around, and they will use the air to get out of the zone. But the Leafs will turn it right back up the other way as new bodies join the fray. 3 minutes to go. Hall turns it over to Kucherov. Here come the Lightning. If the Leafs survive this, which they almost don't, they're going to look to pull Campbell. With 2:51 to go, it'll be a defensive zone draw, which is a dream scenario for the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is exactly what they want. Terrible turnover. Terrible turnover. Like, I know it's Nikita Kucherov. That's an unforced error. That's not good enough for Game 7. That's not good enough for less than 3 minutes to go in Game 7.
Campbell wants to make a bit of an equipment adjustment. And
Jack Campbell taking as much time as he can, adjusting those pads. A lot of big boys out there for Tampa. They got their first line, top pair. Leafs got to get out. More than getting out. They can't just survive. They got to thrive. You don't score goals in survival mode. You got to thrive. Leafs aren't trying to survive here. It's not how this works. You got to thrive. There's no running from the beast here. Tampa is the team trying to run out the clock. 2:34 to go in the third period. The Toronto Maple Leafs look to tie it against the reigning defending Stanley Cup champs. Matthews, Tavares, and Nylander all out there. Keeps looking for the pull very soon. Vasilevsky turns it over! Tavares almost puts it in! Riley! Shoot! Stop! by Vasilevsky, and almost the biggest dang it
Vasilevsky and Riley knew
of
he
the season.
had a good look.
Well, this is such a casual play by Vasilevsky. It almost cost him.
And with
There's
John
no
Tavares
urgency
out
at
there,
all.
watch
He
this again.
knows there's pressure.
What is
Just a little
Vasilevsky
chip
thinking?
pass that Matthews
Oh, and that
knocks
almost
down.
saves
Now
the
he's in
Leafs
trouble,
bacon.
but he's able to recover, get back
What
into
is
position.
Vasilevsky thinking there? Deer in headlights.
Lazy pass. He almost gets caught on the side and then
It
ended up
almost worked. Shades of Marc-Andre Fleury. Was it game 3 against Montreal last year for Vegas? Leafs with the extra attacker already out there. Empty net. Bodies. Bodies in front of the net. That's what's going to win this game. You think you're scoring a straight shot here? No, it's going to go off of someone's butt. What butt is going to be immortalized by tying this game? William Nylander fighting off Alex Killorn, gains the zone, less than 2 minutes to go. Willie circling around. Riley with the puck. Under a minute 45. Matthews thinks about it. Holds it. Tavares looks to go in front. Sails it over everyone. Willie goes around to Tavares. He's got to fight off McDonough. Spezza in there. To Marner. Under a minute and a half to go. Tavares almost getting a piece of that. Gets it to the point. Riley holds it there. Throws it on. Blocked. Oh, they can't hold this zone. Where is it? 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 Where did it go? 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in this third period. Can the Toronto Maple Leafs tie it? Yes, they can. How are they going to do it?
And Nick Paul was the one he wanted.
I can't wait to see.
An automatic face-off down instead.
Scotiabank Arena.
The blue line and
Maple Leaf Square.
Needs to come to some energy.
You at home. You abroad.
Left in the season and
you wherever you are. Are you ready to see
for
something special? Is that board that Spencer Carberry is drawing on right now? As Sheldon Keefe looks on, does that board contain a little piece of Toronto Maple Leafs history? 70 seconds to tie it. This team in this city needs a hero.
Who's been sitting since the second period as a cheerleader.
Who is it going to be? One of the best seasons in Toronto Maple Leafs history, one of the best regular seasons in Leafs history. A 60-goal performance from Austin Matthews. A 97-point performance from Mitch Marner. He snores his way over 100 if he doesn't miss any games. Snores. Does not end like this. Does not end tonight. Face off outside the Lightning zone. I imagine Campbell back in the Leafs net.
Campbell back in the net with the face-off outside.
No, he's not. Oh, yes, he is. Graphic lied. Leafs get it across the Tampa Bay blue line, but they'll get it back out. Campbell's still in. A minute to go here in this third period. Tavares claws it out, but Tampa's got it. Tavares gets it out of the Leafs zone. You gotta get it, boys. You can't tie it if you don't got the thing.
Now Marner's got it. Campbell gets the second.
Campbell scrambling to the bench. 40 seconds to go. Matthews into the corner. The Lightning pitch it out. The Lightning ice the puck. 32.7 seconds to go, and that's a mistake.
Hang time one up and have it land in there. Look at the look of John.
Victor Hedman, Norris nominee.
He's trying to argue that
Conn Smythe Trophy winner.
Campbell can't watch.
And he makes a mistake with about 30 seconds to go. Just under 33 seconds to go in this Game 7. He ices it. Can the Leafs win the faceoff? They do. They get it back to the point. Oh! Leafs! Opportunity to tie it. Willie's got to get in there. Kucherov does a great job. The Lightning get it out. 20 seconds to go, and it goes out over the glass. Is this a penalty?
Back in the Lightning zone.
19 seconds to go. The Leafs are going to look at the clock. Surely. How does this puck leave the ice? Camera immediately went to Bellemare. Let's watch again.
Put it off of the net. Did it hit the glass? Oh yeah, it did there. So
does that go off the glass?
Bellemare
Matthews.
Off the glass
No.
and out.
Nothing.
14-8 on the draw, wins
Willie,
another.
Riley, Matthews, deep. Less than 15 seconds to go to save the season. Less than 10. Fighting in the corner. Tampa killing as much time as they can. You got to get it on any way you can. Tavares puts it on. Blocked by Tampa.
And the Stanley Cup champions 2 years
As the
running
Leafs
have won their ninth
throw
consecutive
everything they can
playoff series.
at the reigning, defending, back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, only to fall short. The Tampa Bay Lightning eliminate the Toronto Maple Leafs
Still haven't found what they're looking for.
in Game 7
Approach this differently.
with a
They gave
final
the
score of
defending
2-1.
champs all they could handle, but the result is very much the same as it's been.
And you can't give the defending champs another chance. And that's exactly what they did. They had their opportunity.
And you're seeing it in my face.
In Game 6 to close them out. You come in here in a tightly fought Game
Right
7.
down to the
It's
final
same
seconds,
problem that's
I
been.
believed.
The offense just hasn't been there. Last year against Montreal, a
I really
3-1
did.
loss. Against Columbus, the Leafs weren't able to score.
Last year's team let us down.
The effort was there, a different year, but the same result.
I think this year's team did no such thing.
Potential elimination games and the handshakes. After
This year's team did no
series
such thing.
where they alternated wins
They
and
lost by
losses
1 goal
until Game 7, and the Lightning win the final 2.
in an unbelievably tight game
And there are the
against the
junior
reigning,
teammates,
defending,
Morgan
back-to-back
Riley,
Stanley
Brady
Cup
Boyd.
champions.
What a year
Now, that's a
for
tough pill to swallow.
Matthews and Marner, the 60-goal
No Leaf fan is going to want to
man.
hear that right now.
64 on the year. Campbell battled hard, stayed in.
You're going to have a lot of graphics
Knee rack, but
about how good Vasilevsky is,
again, what a story he
about
is
how they haven't won
writing for this Tampa Bay Lightning.
playoff round since 2004, how they haven't
Back-to-back.
won a Stanley Cup since 1967, how they're 0-10, I believe,
Try to get to 3 in a row.
in their last 10 opportunities to close out a series.
Remarkable.
You're going to see a lot of stats like that.
1 goal against in 6 closeout series wins.
And those stats just don't apply.
There's a battle that went all series long.
Those stats are
Every
the
time
sins of the
34
past.
tried to get to the net,
The
it was
ghosts
81
of the
or
Leafs past.
77 who was closing them off.
And if you want, the demons of the Leafs past. This Leafs team, it didn't bend, it didn't break, it didn't kneel to those demons.
What a time to score your
They
first
gave the
and
Lightning
second career
everything
goals in a
they
Game
had.
7. Tell me what you're thinking.
Absolutely everything they
The
had.
series just wasn't going my way, but you know you can't change anything. You got to keep on it. And
Too many times in
tonight they
recent
went, it was
memory.
a big game, so happy with it.
We've talked about the Toronto Maple Leafs in their Game 7, or because of the Columbus series, Game 5, and whatever the deciding game is. Too many times we've talked about the Leafs playing their worst game of the series in Game 7.
Well, you just came to Tampa a few months
That
ago.
just
What
wasn't
have
the
you learned
case here.
about this group as you head on to
It
round
just
2?
wasn't the case.
Calm, collected, no matter what the score is.
The Tampa Bay Lightning are the back-to-back reigning Stanley Cup champions
It's a tight group in there,
for a reason.
Defense, a lot of great players, a lot of good attitude. So, yeah, we like the chances.
Nick, congratulations. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Chris.
No doubt the start of
And the
this
Leafs,
game, Nick Paul. So the Leafs
once
win
again,
54 games, 115 points, a winning percentage of 701.
get a lesson.
An MVP-like season for Austin Matthews. It was all pointing towards this
Their fans still applauding them off the ice. You're going to see, listen, it happens every year. You're going to see idiots flooding their Instagram mentions. You're going to see idiots tweeting all sorts of crap on Twitter. You're going to see all sorts of idiots saying all sorts of awful stuff. Remember that, though. Remember the fans applauding them as they left the ice, applauding what was a magnificent season and a magnificent series where they just fell short. And you know what? Like, I don't think you're worried about me, but in case you are. Oh, some of you are here for the Schadenfreude, and I totally get it. Like, I mean, here's the thing. For the people who just cheer against the Leafs, this is your Christmas. Okay? I get it. And Merry Christmas to you. You open up another Game 7 defeat under the tree. What's Boxing Day like? What are you going to do the rest of the year? As for me, I said I had a vision that the Leafs were going to win. Turns out I'm not a psychic. I said the Leafs were going to win Game 7. Turns out I was wrong. But in past years, I had to force myself to believe that. Everyone behind the scenes here, they'll tell you. That reaction, if you remember it, my reaction to Travis Dermott spinning and giving the puck away in overtime Game 6 against Montreal, leading to the Leafs getting scored on, and the Habs forcing a Game 7, you knew from my reaction that I knew Game 7 was a formality and the Leafs were going to lose. I was furious. And I sat there after Game 6 like, really? We got to wait 48 hours to conclude this nonsense, this charade, whatever you want to call it. I almost wasn't happy when the Leafs scored that overtime goal and that big comeback from Columbus. I was mad that they were down 3-0 the whole game. They found an extremely unrealistic way to come back, and they followed it up by getting shut out 3-0. That was a team I was mad at ever believing in, because I barely did. Last year's team, the anger was betrayal, because I did believe in them, and then they proved to be frauds. This year's team, nah, I was all in. I'm still all in. They played great. A lot of people are going to be calling for Brendan Shanahan. A lot of people are going to be calling for Kyle Dubas, Sheldon Keefe. Trade this guy, trade that guy. I think it's a mistake. Last year I was with you. And last year I was wrong. Kyle Dubas and Brendan Shanahan stuck with this group, and they were right to. And maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm naive. Steve, they just lost again. When are you going to learn? I'm not making stuff up to please you. This isn't a shtick. This isn't an act. I really did believe that this team would win. They didn't. It was close. Unfortunately, hockey is Fast and the Furious rules. You didn't almost have me. Dominic Toretto, Michael Scott, Wayne Gretzky. Blowing this team up would be a mistake. I think it'd be a tremendous mistake. I think Kyle Dubas and Brendan Shanahan have built something special. And they got to lick their wounds and continue building. Some questions before we wrap it up for the season. Well, and by the way, like, it won't necessarily be for the season. I'll probably be back with other streams. We just don't know what. Who knows? Maybe I'll be doing Oilers games. Maybe I'll be doing Flames games. Maybe I'll be doing a Battle of Alberta. Or now that I'm an impartial fan because the Leafs are out, like, okay, no disrespect to the Stars or Kings? Please, no. One of you can win. One, fine, whatever. Preferably the Kings. I can't watch the Stars. They're so boring. But we're 1 game away, well, 2 Game 7s away, from a Battle of Alberta in the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, and we might get Kings Stars instead. You took the Leafs away from me. Don't take that away from me. Battle of Alberta, and you give us Stars Kings? I'll never forgive you. Adam in the chat says Leafs lose Game 7. Final score 2-2. I wonder if that's going to get talked about. Gregory, Steve, like what else do we need to do? Literally in tears, man. FFS, which stands for Leafs' sake. I mean, what else do they got to do? Win next time. Like, what would you change? They played the reigning, defending, back-to-back Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning. And people are talking about, they took a step back. They lost their third line. Dude, then they rebuilt it, and it might be better. This might be the best version of the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the last 2 versions won the Cup. And the Leafs draw them in the first round because lots of fun, and they lose. You start the series over again. Maybe the Leafs win in 4. Maybe they lose in 5. At the end of the day, it's a game played on ice and a puck made of vulcanized rubber. Fishbowl, is there ever a Game 7 without controversy for us? Yeah, last year. I mean, the controversy was they sucked and shouldn't have. This year, oh man, that's tough. That's a tough one to swallow. From producer Drew, it's because you picked them. I picked the Leafs in the Sportsnet's prediction video. It's a curse, LOL. That is true. Producer Drew, no one was happier than producer Drew to see me predict a Leafs Flames final because I picked the Avalanche to win in each of the past 2 years, and they very didn't. So producer Drew, you are welcome. This is the annual. My phone floods with messages of condolences. You know what, man? I'm a happy guy. I got a good life. I'll be right back to doing these streams. I just don't know for who. I got to go to a buddy's wedding next week. Sure. I am back. Oh, God, what a way to end. You know what? Maybe that's a sign to wrap. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. It has truly been a pleasure once again. And I'm sad that it was only 7 games once again. But I'll be back. And the second I know with what, I'll let you know. That is it for this stream. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you liked the stream. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. As always, there's always next year.